back. What's poppin', pepperonis? Emperor freaking pizza here. Today we're gonna be we're back again. We're I hope this is not as laggy as the last time, but I think I tested it beforehand, so we should be good. We should be pretty good. We should be just that's a pizza pie. My ancestors are rolling their grave right now. Anyway, so what's going on? Well, how are y'all doing today? First off, how you doing today on stream? I'm nervous to start this, but holy shit, that's finally happened. I'm finally making a continuation to this this lore stuff. So what happened? Let me discuss last stream. It was the last stream I did this type of like timeline explanation video. It was very very laggy. It was very laggy, and I wasn't able to. I had a bit of Wi-Fi problems. The thing was that like students, it was around the time like students were coming back from summer vacation, and the college semester was like getting ready to start. So a lot of people were coming back from like where they lived to go back to on campus, and the Wi-Fi were like a lot of people were using the Wi-Fi's and stuff, and it was causing the internet to go really slow. I hope I explained that right, but yeah, that's what caused like it affected my stream. It got really laggy. I had to lower the stuff. Shit was getting pretty broken, but so I tested it this time, and I think, but from the testing stream, it has worked. So we should be able to do this right. This should be fine. So for people who don't know what the hell this is, what is the PCU? This is the Pizza Cinematic Universe. My own little lore with the different civilizations events that I become a part of on like other YouTubers' channels and stuff. I build my own lore. It's like an anthology universe with different characters, different slices of the pizza. You know, and each like new civilizations event I join is like a different flavor of pizza, a different character, and I try and grab the characters and put it in one cohesive timeline, as you can see from here. With the last stream we went over JJK's, the YouTuber JJK's Nations Season 5 video, and what trying to make a timeline based off of his video, but also my video, because I also made a video off of his event based off the pineapple pizza character. This was I'm going to do a bit of a recap because that stream was incredibly laggy and a little difficult to understand. So we're just going to do just a brief little recap as to what happened with everything and see how it goes. I have like 3 tabs open, so it's hard to find the right one. So let's start. Let me do first here. Let's start with what we know so far: heroes, villains, and the gray area, and the people in between, like the gray area, the unknown. You know, the heroes, we have the Pineapple Pizza and the Floaty Federation. Those were the 2 main protagonists, or the main like good guys of Nations 5. And then the villains were the crew, the tribe, and Captain Fish. A lot of these are more like some of the crew. I say the crew specifically is probably more of a complex. I just ruined it. Hang on. More of a complex villain than the tribe and Captain Fish, because there's more like it's not based off of like them being genuinely villain, like morally evil. It's just more like they've been brainwashed by Fish and are kind of just like his henchmen. His goons. They're gooning right now. Good water. And there's no one for like the people, but like the people in between black and white, you know, or yeah, like, you know, here's the gray area, the morally gray area. You don't know. There's no one there yet. let's start with a recap. Before Nations 5 begins, we start off with the this is a about a few months or like a bunch of months and almost a year ago. There's the mindless bodybuilding incident where Mindless gets his floaties were in danger and he gets like back scratched by his friend with who's taking performance enhancement drugs, and this causes Mindless to start up to I guess with the winnings from a muscle building contest start a company as to making more protective floaties in a case a situation like this wouldn't happen again. He meets a player named Starkiller, they form a company, and they're working on something, a more powerful type of floaty, basically. We flash forward a few months to like a few days before Nations 5. This is where Captain Fish and crew find a bunch of gold, and they try and figure out how to bring it back to their homeland. So that they do is they stage a cruise so they can harbor the gold and legally harbor the gold. Harbor? Yeah. Harbor the gold and ship it back to to their land, to their homeland. They stage a cruise. No one's allowed in the brig unless they are like being treated, unless like they're misbehaving, and that's when the crew either like jails them or kills them. But that's like later on. Let's say a few days before. Yeah, these two events happen a few days before Nations 5. So with the Mindless and the player, he meets a player named Starkiller. The Mindless and Starkiller like co-company. They're able to successfully create a prototype of stab-resistant floaties, and to celebrate, they go on this said cruise ship as like to celebrate their success. And I guess one of them brought it with them to like show it off to people, to flex on them. Protein. And then we begin summer 2023, Nations 5. That happens. Cruise ship shows up, people are joining, and our main protagonist, our first protagonist, Pineapple Pizza, the first flavor of the pizza family, the first character, the Pineapple Pizza, joins aboard. There's been on the cruise ship, it's been like the formation of gangs, formerly the Grayscale Gang, the Floaty Federation, and the First Class. Mindless meets a player named Legacy, and they work together to form the Floaty Federation, where it's like Mindless, Legacy, Starkiller, and of like a bunch of other people just flexing muscles and working out. Pineapple ends up joining the Floaty Federation because Grayscale and First Class are kind of like they're like opposite groups of each other, where the Grayscale are like the rebels that go against the crew and want to do their own thing, where the First Class are like the snotty rich kids that are loyal to the crew and like kind of support them because they're the ones that like paid First Class and get the VIP treatment, where Grayscale doesn't. But yeah. Pineapple joins the Floaty Federation because they're kind of like a middle ground, because they're just chilling out and just they're kind of like the everyman, like the everyday. How do I explain this? Floaty Federation were basically like the everyday, or like the average people that would support. Most people were on Team Floaty Federation because they were like the in between when it comes to like Grayscale versus First Class. They just were just on the boat, just chilling and flexing their muscles. Fish ends up killing the first captain because Fish never assigned himself as captain beforehand. He had a person named Nettie, but he ends up pushing Nettie off the boat. With this, Fish becomes the new captain, and Fish is not a fan of the Floating Federation. Members end up getting kidnapped by the crew, preferably like Quick Arm and Nico Neko. Those two players, Nico Neko is like the group cat. I think I told you about this in the first stream. But Floaty Federation ends up going into protest about this and how they get like an inside. They get like an inside member is that they have a player named Cheapo join the Floaty Federation, and they gift him the prototype stab resistant floaty as like a gift, as exchange. Hey, be part of our crew. We're here to support you. We want you to be healthy and muscular and buff. And that works. Cheapo is a very dedicated member of the crew. Or the crew, well, crew and Floaty Fed, but yeah. The ship ends up exploding and crash lands on an island. Getting material with the recovery of like getting stuff from the ship and trying to find settlement on the island. One of the member of the Floaty Federation dies, and he's the same guy that hands like the shields covered in white. Sheep, a player named Sheep. the Federation, they find a temporary base of operations called Flotopia. It's like a small side island to like the really big one. And that's our base of operations to get off the island so we could get like a signal, like survive at least. The island, we do find out the island is full of cannibals, very scary, ate lots of people, pretty menacing. Especially one tribe member turns out to be a vegetarian, and this player named Arrow. There's a big debate on whether he should join. He left the tribe, and then because people didn't like him being a vegetarian, and he wanted to see if he could join the Floaty Federation. So from one meat-eating gang to another, but we were cooler. So he joined us. The big debate about it, because this guy's vegetarian. He's one of the tribe members. Why would he want to join us? And then he did. So, I mean, we agreed to it, so we're like, okay, sure, why not? Grayscale and First Class are able to actually, like, butt heads with each other on the island, and Floaty Federation is like, alright, let's settle a fight once and for all. One member of Grayscale versus one member of First Class, clash together, see who wins. Member of Grayscale shows up to our camp, we build a wrestling ring to, like, settle it in the ring, but the First Class gets the crew involved, and they're like, hey crew, we love you, and we know if you could attack the Floaty Federation base with us, that'll get rid of the Floaty Federation off the map, and we can take over again. And Fish is like, yeah, sure, why not? What could possibly go wrong in this? He fucking dies. It was an unfair match, because they ended up just sending like a bunch of people against the one champion of Grayscale, and that just kind of, that's not fair. That's just not fair. Actually, I kind of want to move this a little bit closer to the thing to make it more. That should be fine. But yeah, we kill Fish and the Death Creeper, which is like his second in command, or like kind of like the right hand man, but not going to be captain after he dies. Because, well, we also kill Creeper, but, like, yeah. So, yeah, fuck you, Ray. Because Ray was the original guy, JJK, also Ray. He's like, oh, we didn't kill Fish. It was this other player that did it. The guy who blew up the boat. You remember him, right? No. We did it. I have two physical footage evidence in my video. He ain't winning the allegations. But it's with this case that we learn that we gotta go. The tribe has a radio, and we gotta take that from them. We gotta beat the tribe and win. Though Pineapple gets a little worried because he starts to mold. Because living in the conditions of that tropical island for so long, it gets him more closer to reaching every slice of pizza's death sentence, which is like their expiration date. How they were, it's similar to humans, like you die of old age, but it's like pizzas will remain who they are until they start expiring and molding. It's food. It's basically food comes. It's like food. Then is the 1 year ago tribute video, which is like one of my most recent videos on the channel right now. But Pineapple ends up going back to Sheep's grave, or where Sheep died, and he tells him what's been happening since he died, and tells him what's going to happen or what he thinks is going to happen, and he's worried for it, and he just says that I'll be like seeing you real soon, because I don't think I'm going to make it off this island. There's a big debate on whether or not, because Arrow gives an idea that hey, I should sacrifice myself for the radio as like a trade-off, so no one has to die. I don't want anyone, because he's got friends on the tribe. He got a few friends. He's got a few friends in Floaty Feds. He doesn't want any of them to fight each other. So he's like, all right, I just sacrifice myself to save everyone. And there's a vote. There's a big vote on whether we should fight or we should trade, and we ended up trading. And nobody died. So thank you, V. We got the most peaceful route. But, well, actually, Arrow did die. Arrow was the only person that died. Except for Lord Sino, he got blew up by a creeper. But that's something else, though. In the end, Pineapple expires and dies. but he dies happy knowing that he won't have to like fight anybody for it. And he ended up everything he did. He tried to be there. He tried to be. He wanted an adventure. Let's say that he just wanted. He had an adventure, and he died during that adventure, and that was the end of Nations 5. Pretty sad. It's pretty sad. It's a little sad. Pineapple doesn't get to survive, unfortunately. But as you can see, we have a whole stretch of other stuff here, so you know something else is gonna happen. So, let's talk about... Oh, it's Jervy and other people. Okay. The lore goes crazy. Did I hear lore? Seems like I'm the only chatter here. Nuh-uh. Alrighty. So, let's what happens after Nations 5. I'm finally gonna tell y'all about this. This is where my own bit of mix of lore, what happens. So, how do I do this? I'm going to discuss a little bit of what happens after Nations 5, before Nations 5. Because a few events happen before Nations 5 as well, but that's with a different pizza character. And then the events that happen before Nations 6. This is going to be the transition from Nations 5 to 6. So Nations 5, from the PCU perspective, ends when Pineapple dies. When he gets either, how you want to believe it, either jumps off like the tower he built, or gets struck by God, or expires. However you see it in the video. But I'm finally gonna tell you what the fuck happens afterwards. That's so great. Should it be like this? I kind of want to do a bottom one instead, because that would make more room in the timeline. So, we put it here. I'm gonna tell you what happens, because I think you all seen it in the Ray video, but what happens is that they do end up getting saved. The crew, or what remains of crew, the Floaty Federation, everyone the boat comes in and saves everybody. I'm not sure how the tribe would react to that, seeing just like another giant boat. They're like, oh no, there's more of them. How do I word this? I'm gonna say floaty feds. Floaty fed saved / returns home. So they all make it back home. They're safe. Whoever survived, and they make it back to their homeland, and everyone gets to continue the way they want to do. There is other stuff that the Floaty Federation will end up doing before, like during the events of Nation 6 and a little bit before, but I'm not going to tell you that until another PCU project comes out, because there is going to be another one. There is another one coming. There's another PCU video that's going to happen, and it will dig more into, I guess, the events that happen, like, around the timeline. What happens to how do people react to Pineapple's death, and, or basically the overall boat trip in general, and also what happens to Nation 6. Let's see, what else happened? What else we do? This is mostly, like, this is really the only bullet point I could put for Nations 5. I guess what's left of Nations 5. Because everyone else either, like, the tribe stays on the island. I'm not bringing them back in the lore. Crew kind of goes back to being, I guess, civilians and stuff, and Captain Fish is dead. Floaty Federation are the only people that, and, like, the passengers and what remained of the crew survived. There's other stuff that happens, but I'm not saying shit. Let's move to Nation 6. Let's get to Nation 6. Let's start. We rewind the clocks back. So this mindless bodybuilding incident happens almost a year ago before Nations 5. That was almost a year ago. Let's rewind the clocks back to nearly a century ago. Because now we're going to introduce you all to a new character, a new slice of the pizza. Where do I move this shit? Damn it. We're going to make another bottom one. Don't worry, we're going to make another bottom one. This is problematic. Alright. How the fuck do I do this? I thought I had this ready. It's only supposed to be one thing. We're gonna do this. I know what I'm doing, I promise. There's probably like a timeline builder app somewhere online, and I just don't want to use it. So we're gonna introduce a new character to the thing, and he is the mushroom pizza. This man, he is the mushroom flavored pizza. He's also known as like the mud pizza, the mud cultist, the warlock of the swamp. He is the Nation 6 main protagonist. Or, well, he's not a good guy, but he's he's what the story follows. So that's basically the definition of protagonist. Where do I put him under the heroes, villains, and gray area? Well, we're gonna put him right here, smack dab in the villains chart. Mushroom Pizza, right here. So sometime around a century ago, Mushroom pledges his loyalty to, I guess he finds something called the Mud God, and he pledges his loyalty for him, like in exchange for immortality. Gains immortality, so yeah. Loyalty to, how do I do this? Hang on. How do I type? Pledge loyalty to the Mud God, / because he does this for like immortality, but he also dies. He also dies while doing this, but it's from a different event, like an unknown event no one else knows about. It's up to if I want to make like a prequel event, but like that's up for interpretation. Some random event a century ago, some other civilization's event that happened that's not on camera. Something happens, the mushroom pledges loyalty to Mud God, and also dies. Also dies for it. So, Mud God has his soul, and will, like, awaken him again whenever the Mud God needs him for something else. Nation 6. But this happens, and now we get a flash all the way forward here. Back to the, almost near, like, what is this? It's almost fall 2023. It's almost there. We're getting there, but it's not yet. It's like probably September. Maybe? Is that fall? I don't know. We're gonna show this event so what happens a few months before, let's say a week or so before Nation 6. What happens is the 6 islands are discovered. And I want to specify here, I want to make a creative choice here to put Swamp as the last place settled. Because why want to do this? I don't know, because I feel like it. Fuck you. The 6 islands are discovered, Swamp is the last place settled, and then my chair squeaks. That's what happened. Really squeaky chair. Small little events in there. And then we begin Nation 6. That's when... What do I do for here? Summer 2023? Okay, let me... You know what? No Nation 6. Nation 6 canceled, everybody. Fall 2023. Nation 6. That's when shit happens. Place settled. I did that parentheses. I should probably put that in parentheses for continuation purposes, or I guess. Well, yeah. 6 islands discovered. Swamp was the last place settled. Fall 2023. Nation 6 is made. I'm probably forgetting some stuff. I definitely am forgetting some stuff. So what's gonna but then that's when Nation 6 officially begins. Fall 2023. So. Let me look at my chat real quick. See, oh my gosh, I got a chat now. Let's go. Let's see here. That's pretty depressing. Season 5 is hot garbage. Jeremy's just saying that because he had a bad character in the event, or he got. Well, I mean, Nation 6 was kind of ass. I mean, also kind of ass, but Chris, that's not a fish. But what if it is? Help! When we get in the multiverse movie, almost every story, I do want to make a PCU video that has more than one pizza character, but I have no idea how the hell I'm gonna do that. Switch skins, yeah, but I don't know. It's gonna be difficult for people to understand who is what character, whenever at what time. Mushroom. Oh my god, mushroom pizza. That just sounds ucky. Yeah, I don't like him already. Yeah, he's kind of a cultist, so like he's not supposed to be. Well, he's not supposed to be like a role model. He's not a role model by any means. He's almost like, I'll have to like show the video. I'll have to like show you all the seasons next video. If it ain't this season, we truly met. Yeah, that's fair. Not even the season we met, because Jeremy Ross is a real one. Having no expectation date is worse. like you'll still become moldy. Mushroom pizza is a very interesting take on the expiration date concept, because I didn't want him to expire like pineapple pizza, because then he'll just die at the finale again. So how do I work around it? So I'm like, why don't you just make him immortal? And it's almost a point where I'll have to, like, if I do bring mushroom pizza back, I do want to like emphasize the point that this man might be more mud than pizza. And it's like losing his kind of the pizza's equivalent of humanity, I guess, at a point. Because he's kind of he sold his soul to a god, and he's no longer like truly like a, how do I word this? I don't know, but you know what I mean. I'm going now. So long. Good luck and have fun. NPC mod works well for multiple characters. NPC mod does work pretty good. I just gotta figure out how to do it. I've practiced with a citizens plugin for a specific Jervy project that I'm not disclosing, but I did help with using Citizens 2 plugin, and I flooded his server with a bunch of Emperor pizzas. So that was fun. So let's react. For this video, we're gonna react to JJK's Nations 6 video. This is his video, because this will form like just main plot points within the event, within like the timeline, because like they're the same, and they're similar events. They're two timelines. They're two different timelines, but they're around the same type of. They're similar, almost parallel. And you're gonna see, because this is gonna be the staple for we're gonna put some bullet points. I'm gonna take what he some of the stuff he's put in the timeline. I don't know how else to word it. We're just gonna play it.
In a Minecraft social experiment, I've placed 200.
And my headphones are already working pretty badly. It does that thing. My headphones are doing that thing where you can only hear it off of one ear, and I hate it.
Players on 6
there we go.
islands.
Those are the 6 islands that are found before Nation 6. We got the plains, the jungle, the waste, the desert, the snow, and the swamp.
Plains, jungle, desert, snow, waste, and swamp.
I said that, fuck you.
In hope that they will simulate civilization.
Am I on there?
But just like
oh yeah, there's so many players in the thing that in like the tab, when you press tab, is that you can't see any of the swamp players. They were all just like hidden.
like in real life, if you die, you are dead forever and banned off the server. It will be completely up to the players to write their own story. Be a merchant, become a leader, or go to war. Now everything that happened in this video has chained up to create a
This is look, I gotta see if I'm here somewhere. I know I'm around here somewhere. Hang on.
an insane story.
There I am. There's a little. You see that little corner right over here? This little corner right here. That's me. That's me. Just kind of throwing mud at player Nixie.
That, trust me, you do not want to miss. So lay back, grab a snack, and choose an island to root for. Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Nations. Nation 6, baby. 6.
Just before we start, if you want to be in videos like this one, make sure to subscribe and join the Nations Discord. Alright, everyone should be in. Let's go.
Oh god, okay.
Jeremy! It's Jeremy! It's Jeremy!
Everyone don't scatter, bro. Oh my god.
As soon as they all joined, all the players scattered in every direction to collect resources.
Alright guys, let's not scatter. In the moment everyone jumped, everyone scattered.
Some heading for the
That was a bad Ray impersonation, but I tried.
trees and others going down to the mines for ores. The plane team were pretty organized and right away started organizing and sharing their items. They even scouted out all around the island and mapped out to organize their territory. The swamp team were also pretty organized and had a communal storage system right away and started working on a community house to store their item and resources.
That is true. Nixie kind of stepped up and built a map. Like, he showed the map of swamp and he, like, labeled it as to which place needs to be, like, where. And, of course, not all of us followed that rule to a T, but definitely not me. I went and did my own thing. You'll see that later on.
But it wasn't as easy for all islands. On the Waste Island, pretty much everything was dead, so no trees, no plants, and no food. So they had to deal with the little they have. and scout out the island for the little patches of food they could find, or else they couldn't craft. Without precise organization, they could very easily all die, but one of the players, called Soar, stepped
They could easily all die. That's foreshadowing, by the way.
up and gave everyone specific roles and instructions to ensure everyone's survival. Like that, I started to believe that they might have a chance, until I saw Soar bridging above the lava, searching for a tree in the most dead part of the island.
Looking for something very important.
What the heck you're looking for?
I need moss.
Never mind, they're all gonna die.
Foreshadowing.
Some other players like this man were not so worried about survival and decided to take on 3 polar bears with no armor to
At the time, Clown Pierce was, he's a very powerful player. He's very known in the lifesteal SMP community, and he was kind of like the celebrity cameo, the celebrity appearance for Ray's event. But, there's, lore implications for Clown as well.
get food. What was
I'm gonna need to tell you that later.
that for? You
I'll be
just like 1v7 the polar bears.
Well, a man's gotta eat.
This clown guy. After that, I teleported to the other islands to check on how everything was going. And for some reason, as soon as I arrived to the jungle, they all started screaming at me to sell me something they called the product.
Also, we have some product. You want some product?
You have product? What is product? Hold up.
Yeah.
Bro, stop giving me this! What is this?
This isn't PCU canon. This isn't PCU canon.
No,
We're not
no,
putting
no,
that
no,
in.
no, no.
No product. No, not canon. Product is not canon.
Oh, no. Don't ask me what just happened. In the jungle, I
Anything that happens in the jungle is probably not canon, because I never showed up to jungle, and it wasn't too relevant to the overall story. Could probably flash forward like a bunch of this stuff too. Let me look at my chat real quick. Look at chat. That was me and Licorice. Good crash on the journey, having no expectation. Oh yeah. Me and Licorice made the map. Worst place to have your nation in. Worst place to have your nation in is waste. It was probably obvious. It was probably waste. Because they literally had no wood. they had hardly any wood. And the events that would happen during like the event. The events that happened during the event would yeah, waste would be in a lot of trouble. And they got screwed over really badly. Where is it? Wait, which one is it? Okay, it's this one. Okay. Whew. I have too many tabs open.
and starting farms. That player called Blanky gave me a tour of the place, and it's looking pretty promising. At this point, all the islands had pretty much grouped up in one main location and organized themselves, even made flags for their team.
Yeah, that is true. Well, I don't. That one's plains. That was the plains flag. Yes. That was the swamp flag. Yes. That wasn't the snow flag. That is not the snow flag. That is a different. Snow had a different flag. I don't know anything about jungle or jungle or desert. And waste doesn't have one.
Teams. Apart from waste, they were too busy starving or something. Talking about the organization, the Plain Island had already built an insane base on top of that natural bridge. Somehow this player called Cubus single-handedly built this entire thing on the first day with the resources that his team gathered. This is
I don't know if that's actually true, but for PC's sake, I'll make it true.
this is pretty impressive. Cubus,
I have nothing.
come here, bro. You building for your team, you doing the good deeds. That's from me,
Thank
bro.
you, my buddy. Very nice of you.
Soon enough, the sun
You know what? Fuck it. I'll make that canon too. God gave him diamond armor. Confirmed.
started to set on the 6 islands and marked the end of the first day.
Your father knows
No.
about saving money.
Shut up, ads. I don't like you. Look at him go. Oh, if you also notice, there are a few players in the from Nations 5 who went into like Nation 6, but they're not Floaty Fed members. No, they're not in my for the sake of canonicity, they are not Floaty Fed players. They are just regular people. See that guy Defaulty? He was a Floaty Fed member in Nations 5, but that's not canon. That's not canon. In the PCU, he's just Defaulty. He's just a regular dude in planes. But for like in real life, yeah, Defaulty is just a dude who was just part of 2 events. Nations 5, he was a Floaty Fed member. Nation 6, he's just a random planes guy.
On the start
For the sake of the lore, there are no Floaty Fed members in Nation 6. They do not go into Nation 6. You see that like awkwardly shaped building over there? I built that. That's me. I built that church. I know I'm not the best at building, but it had to be done for the sake of the mud. Does this mean I should start adding to the timeline? Should I start adding to the timeline? Well, what would need to be put into the timeline? Because, okay, what would be, like, an important... I mean, everyone settled already, and that kind of happened before. I might need to, like, make a starting point as to when Nation 6... When does my Nation 6 begin? And we're gonna... Actually, no, we'll just wait on that. You know what? We're gonna wait on that. We're gonna wait until we act to this, the second video here. My Nation's video.
Of the second day, most teams started to realize that they needed a leader to guide all of them and keep things organized.
Elections.
So most of them chose to make elections.
It's defaulty! That is terrifying too. That scares me. Like the face, like under the face. That's the scariest part. See. But the lava, the protection of the lava can't be underestimated. Well, yeah, but that's like a double-edged spear. Because you can also likely fall into it yourself. God is canon, alright, Bible / RIP members to make Shan be missed.
So where candidates would make speeches and everyone would vote for their favorite one. The Plain Island were the first one to do that. A lot of their players wanted the role of leader, so they first had to run pre-elections and then select.
Oh yeah, look, there's Starkiller right there. He's just, for the sake of the PCU universe, he's just a regular dude.
The first top 3 candidates to run for the actual elections. Everyone gathered up at their base and elections started.
A leader needs to be charismatic. They need to not show.
See this player right over here? Photon? This guy here? We had an argument in the Ray's Discord server that I told people, I'm like, hey, I can't wait for my 5-second cameo in the next Nations video, and he pops up and says, you ain't gonna be in the video at all. And I'm like, alright, bet. So he's like, you ain't gonna be 3 seconds in there. And I'm like, alright, bet. And I timed how long, like, even if it was like in the corner of the like screen, how long I was in the video, and it was like a total of like 5 seconds. So Photon, if you do listen to this, go fuck yourself.
Show cowardice.
And I really want to make this the best possible and most comfortable place for all of you.
And a good skill set is mandatory to be a functioning
Important character later on.
leader.
After the votes, even though the people organizing the elections were expecting Luna MC to win based on the stats of the pre-elections, surprisingly that player called Me Tired was elected as the Plains leader.
Alrighty, I think this is when we start putting people in the time. This is when we start building the timeline here. This is when we should start building the timeline. Because this is the overall general events that take place. So, we're going to start with presidents. We're going to start who's elected. So, leaders are elected for nations. Yeah. Leaders are elected for nations. We're going to have... I might need a bigger text box if I really want to do it. If I really want to do this. Yeah, I'll do it. No, I can't. It's too small. It's too small. Unless we get like a giant box. Alright guys, let's make a giant box. Nations. Alrighty. Me Tired was for planes. Actually, I have a better idea. Why don't we just make a separate box? Yeah. Leaders are elected for nations. We make a second box. We just kind of make it big. Come on. No! Oh my god. I'm breaking everything. Me Tired for planes. Let's see here. Yeah, Tired. We're just gonna call him Tired. Call him Tired for planes. We'll just put that down for now.
When a player is elected as leader, he is given a leader's crown.
The leader's
it gives
crown.
The player double the amount of hearts. This is an incredible perk to have and makes this position not only valuable for the power it gives.
Let me see here. Tired's organization of planes. making a fair, balanced, efficient chain of command. We got assistant diplomats. I think that's Star Killer right there. External affairs, military deputies, and then lead farmer, lead builder, lead miner, lead resource gatherer. That's Mana Suit. I think that's MC. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty decent setup.
but for the strengths of the additional health that comes with it, and this tends to put a little target on the heads of leaders. Just like Plains, the Waste Island held an election, and chose the player who has been organizing them since day one, Soar.
Soar. He is the waste. Soar is the waste. Waste leader. I should probably capitalize Plains as well. Yeah, Tired is Plains, Soar is waste. Let's just, yeah, so waste. Let's just see, he's gonna... I hate leaving y'all on the open note, but you'll find out later what happens.
As their leader.
Don't worry.
He did not stop causing issues, and I sent a bunch of men after him, and they viciously ripped him apart. Except I sent a message to Dark Live telling him to tell them to wait.
I didn't see.
he
Are
did
you
not do
clapping?
that.
A man died. A man died. I mean, it was really funny, right? I got this all recorded.
On the Swamp Island, elections were also held, but there it was quite different. The player who won the elections was meant for this position.
You see that footage right? There's me! There's me in the corner right there! Look at me go! Look at me go in the little corner right here in the little corner. This clip of his Nick standing while everyone else was surrounding him and like doing random crap, that is the same footage used in earlier showing of Swamp and is like the only footage of Swamp ever like... It's the only footage of Swamp used for his video. One of the only few Swamp footage used, because he has literally no other footage of Swamp. I don't know why he didn't get any other footage of Swamp, but we were the least favorite nation. Don't worry, guys. I got all the Swamp footage you need right here. For context, my video is like an hour 50. It's a very big video. But what was I going with this? Oh yeah.
This is Nixie, the Swamp leader.
Where am I? I have to be around here somewhere. I was around there
Day
somewhere.
one, he has been hosting meetings with his team, organizing everyone, created a chain of command, organized
He has done that. He has. Yep, there it is. That's the thing he did.
islands and everyone's roles. With all of that, I'm barely scratching the surface of how much this guy was dedicated to his team.
No, I'm just saying, like, if somebody is going to attempt something, I welcome that.
That's
I
Jervy.
could die, I don't care, as long as Nick is safe.
Jervy speaking. Jervy's talking in a rain video. It's crazy.
This man was the
Look at, there's me in the little corner right over there. Look at me over there. I have no armor on because I'm the only one showing skin. Wait a minute. Oh, and this is like the fan art they made of the Swamp Nation. There is
perfect definition.
Yeah, team fan art. We need a credits to Akio and Slemic. This was all the whole Swamp crew. There's me in the corner right over here, just chilling with Isaac. But yeah, this is the whole Swamp Nation here. We're just chilling in the swamp.
Of a true leader and loved by his people.
Look, there's the footage again.
But this can't be said.
But yeah, I think we need to add more, cause Swamp was the last. No, did we? Yeah. We're gonna put Nick as the Swamp leader. Nick becomes the Swamp leader. Yeah. There's other leaders that we need to find other. We need snow, jungle, and desert. That's what it's. Yeah.
For all the leaders. On the jungle island, one
Yeah.
man was also dedicated to helping his team, but not in the same democratical approach. The jungle island were facing an issue, and one of their teammates has been causing a lot of issues around the island, bombing public areas and killing people.
Yeah. Let me see if I can see. Let's see here. Elections. Can't believe they gave pizzas voting rights. Okay, screw you, man. 5-second screen time is longer than I can lift a dumbbell. See, screw you, Photon. I have an appearance in his video. I'm not relevant. I'm there. I'm just there. Monarchy, so much hate. No, I'm gonna do my own thing, American style. The Swamp Nation was done dirty. It was done so dirty. Jervy yapping as usual. Shrek Swamp. There was a lot of Shrek references and homages there. A lot of Shrek, a lot of All Star. All Star was on loop for the longest of time during the event. I'm just kidding, but we did sing a lot of that. We did a karaoke night one night during that event. It was fun.
So to face this danger, that player from day one with the camel, Shuf Shuf 123, self-proclaimed himself leader of jungle and ordered everyone to hunt down that player.
We are temporarily taking control of the jungle.
So, Juve is also the tribe guy, but that's not PCU canon. They're just regular two different people in the lore. Jungle really doesn't matter. So I'm really just gonna say DM doesn't, or I'll just say oh, I got one. An A for jungle because I really don't care, and it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Can I expand the box now? I can, but it's at the cost of the timeline. Don't make another timeline. We can't fracture the sacred timeline.
We can.
Wait, what?
It's the same port,
Right here.
1150 negative 250.
Okay, no, we are killing the camel. Yeah.
Not the camel, no!
I'm just talking.
Him?
I don't have.
Way in the end. On the other side of the map, there is one island we haven't talked much
The
about.
Snow
This
Nation.
is the Snow Team.
Yes! Look at that beauty. No!
Did you?
No. 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 I don't want to see ants.
This is the Snow Team.
The Snow Nation! Look at this glorious thing.
By far one of the most organized and advanced civilizations
Yes.
on those 6 islands.
Yes.
This entire village
Yes.
was built by one player.
No.
Tsunari.
No, I don't believe that for a second. I really don't believe that. That couldn't be the case. I really don't believe that. And I'm going to believe that interpretation. I believe the one guy. Well, no, I actually don't either. But I already granted. I forgave him. I'm like, you built the bridge by yourself. That's fine. Lunari building the entire snow structure all by herself? Where was everybody else at the time? Same applies to the plains guy. Where was everybody else at the time? That can't be the case. I don't believe it. And the one guy was... That's just a joke. That was joking around. I was just fucking around. This I don't believe. This right here, this structure, I don't believe. I don't believe. So, it really doesn't matter in the end. So, it really just doesn't matter. But, the leader of Snow is Lunari. Lunari is the leader of Snow. In the end. I know, actually, never mind. But yeah, Lunari is Snow. What's the last one we're forgetting? Desert. We're forgetting, Desert. There is someone who is going to be leader of Desert, but that's like, we'll find out later.
Eventually also get elected as their leader. To say that the Snow Team are not the most
Look at that snow fox they built.
powerful team at the moment would be an understatement.
See, look at that. You see the thing on their shield? That's the flag. That's the logo for Snow. It's pretty. I actually kind of like it. I actually kind of like it a bit.
They had a great leadership, a chain of command with a military general, great PvPers, a huge supply of food.
They had some pretty good PvPers as well. It was like Gonkas, and then Clan Pierce, and I think a few other people. But they had a decent team of PvPers, I will say. They had a pretty decent team.
Weapon, gear and houses for everyone. Plus the fact that all the players were extremely loyal to their leader, this made them an amazing team. Moving on to other islands, in the desert a massive church was built, and when I asked players about it, they all told me it was a church for what they called the sun god.
Don't believe that. Don't believe what they say. That is lies. That is ridicule. Those are lying. They are lying to you. They're lying to you right now. What the f- is that my phone? Oh my gosh, I don't care about Snapchat notifications. But yeah, Church of the Sun God, really, no. That is not gonna be PCU canon. I ain't doing that. Cause they're stealing my idea. That's stealing my They're stealing my idea. They're taking it from me. Ray just wanted a cult relevant, like, part of his lore, and he didn't want it to be Swamp and my little ragtag group of mud cultists. My little ragtag group of rebels. But yeah, don't believe the sun god. Don't believe what they say.
Inside that church, they also had some sort of elections where they elected their pharaoh, a player named Blanky.
The Pharaoh. Blanky the Pharaoh. That is the leader of Desert. So, who we had here? What do we have? Here's the full leaders for the event. We had a leader for Plains. We had, I think, a warlord for Waste. A president for Swamp. Nobody for Jungle. A queen for Snow. And a pharaoh for Desert. Different, I guess, hierarchies. Plains, we just have, I'm just going to call him a leader. But that's kind of like the overall hierarchy. I think I see more comments in the thing. If Lunari actually did it all, what was the entire nation doing? Exactly! What were they doing? They couldn't have, she couldn't have done everything. Snow Nation having a snowball fight while their leader is working through the economic problems because they went bankrupt 2 months ago. There is only one god that I follow. Long live the mud god. Yes! Yes! There will be an ongoing trend in when you see my video. It's the quote, reject humanity, return to mud. It gets... this is the bit. It becomes more than the bit. It becomes more than the bit. It becomes a part of you. But we're not there yet. We're not there yet. This is Ray's. This is not the right video. Hang on. This is not the. I just showed y'all a bunch of shit you shouldn't have seen. You know what? No. Get. There we go. There we go. Now it's just this tab. Closing out the tabs. You didn't see a damn thing. I hope so. Yeah. Let me just look. Let's continue.
Dazzles around the top. Come on.
Which followed up with a human sacrifice?
A team's strength is controlled by its weakest link.
Player, Clay and Yellow Tiger. Both were part of Nation 5 as Floaty Fen members. These are regular people in Nation 6.
Zach. Goodbye.
What is this? This player is banned. How did they convince him to do that? This though was not the only crazy thing happening. At the same time, on the jungle island, Shuf had announced
blah blah blah. Look at him yapping. He's just yapping right now. There is no jungle. That didn't. There's no jungle leader. He's just yapping. There's no jungle leader. That didn't actually happen. He's just yapping. He's yapping right now. You don't need to see it. It's just pointless crap. See, look. There is no leader, see? There's no leader at all.
Mercy and murdered Shuf for the hostile takeover he made, and ran an election afterwards where a player called Pu and Lu was elected as leader.
Should I... I feel bad now. I do feel bad now. Because... I do feel kind of bad now. You know what? Fine. I guess I'll just put Pu as the leader in jungle. The guy's name is Puhanlu. Puhanlu. I hope I'm saying it right. But for right now, we're just going to say Pooh. Pooh. Pooh is leader in jungle.
Political system and a leader.
There we go. There's the roster, baby. There's the roster. We got Tired, Lunari, Nick, Blanky, Soar, and Pooh. They're all they are the leaders. These are our people. These are the leaders that we must follow.
They would start to be created. Anyways, this is where day 2 ended. On the start of this new day, now that all the island had their leaders and were well organized, players started going around all the islands to visit their neighbors. Most of them just went around looking at the capitals of other islands, made friends, attended ceremonies of the sun god.
No! You liar!
Or spent a night at the hotel that this player opened next to the beach.
I love this. I love that this is mentioned. Because, Yellow Tiger, former Floaty Fed, no, the two different people. But, the player, Yellow Tiger, I just happened, I didn't know he owned this hotel when my player discovered this area. And then I just found out he owned the hotel. I'm like, oh, hey, I know that guy. And that's the only person I've ever spoke to like post Nations 5 with like the Floaty Fed members. Oh, I do miss those guys though. I do miss those guys a lot. I wish I could see them again in other roleplay events. I hope I do, because I want them to continue. I want to continue Floaty Federation lore, because those are cool. It's a cool idea. I like it. It's funny. I mean, where else are you gonna find a story about people who want to get like buff and wear children's swimming gear? Okay, like where else are you gonna find that? You can't find that anywhere else. You can't, unless there is somewhere, but I haven't found it yet.
While we are next to the ocean, which, as you can see, the pristine waters, we also have a pool for people who might not enjoy the salt water.
Oh wow.
Secret population of cave
What
cows.
the? What the?
As you can see, this is their favorite wall. I don't understand why they like this wall so much, but they just do. I'm gonna need to charge you for those.
On the Plains Island, the leader had a trip planned today to the snow capital, where he was planning to negotiate an alliance
Is this lore? Is this when lore's finally gonna start happening? Are we finally getting lore?
treaty with the snow.
If we're finally getting lore, I could probably... Actually, I might need to move this a bit. This is to the other way, because there's other pizza stuff that needs to happen. But
Leader. But his second-in-command, Luna, had something planned for when Tired was away. Since the leader election, Luna and her associate have been pretty disappointed with the team electing Tired instead of her. For them, Tired was not fit as a good leader for the team, and wanted to take his place. As soon as the plane's escort arrived to Snow, Luna and her team gathered up everyone on the island and started telling them lies about how Tired left to the Snow Island and was abandoning them to side up with Snow instead.
it begins. It begins. No!
You to get your
Fuck you, AI Snoop Dogg. You ruined everything.
It has gone out.
Island and was abandoning them to side up with Snow instead.
Tired has gone out on a diplomatic journey towards Snow to try and get us an alliance with them, but that is not true. Essentially, he has gone over there to seek refuge with a few of his diplomats, and he's not coming back. He has left us here to. He invited me pretty much because I am on top of his council, and I declined. So he has left me in charge of this nation, and he pretty much is left with the crown and also his diplomats. So we don't have any of them.
The plane team were pretty shocked and totally believed this made-up story that.
And totally believed without any sort of doubt whatsoever. Yeah, I believe some people were like, you tweaking. you're what do children say these days? You're dead ass. No, head ass. No. Fuck. You're lying. Okay, so what do we do here? What do we put in the timeline? Let's actually, for now, let's actually move this closer over here, because this is all the information you guys know so far. And I'll just edit it when we add it later on. There we go. That'd be good. Just move it there. For now, let's add... We're going to put over here. Right over here. Don't be shy. There we go. We're going to say Luna, not Lunari, takes the crown. Yeah, takes the plane's crown. Takes the crown and exiles. Is that how you spell exile? I don't know. Exiles Tired. That's what it was. Tired. I'm like, what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Yeah, that's how you spell exiles. Exiles Tired. So we're already starting. The events are starting to unfold. Shit's starting to happen. This is probably like day 4 for like when it comes to like what happened in like the recording for Nation 6. We had it was like 5 days, quote unquote days, but it was how many each, like it was 2 sessions, 2-hour sessions for like 1 day in the video. So, and each like day we'd have like, we'd record a session. Each like real life day we'd record 1 session. So it was basically 10 days, 10 straight days of recording a Civilizations event. That was the most I've ever recorded. I didn't know my computer can handle that much footage, that much like recording on a computer. I had flash drives ready, on the ready, for when like if there was too much storage on my computer, so I had to put the footage in. But thank goodness that my computer is somewhat strong enough to hold that kind of stuff. But yeah, this was like technically the 4th real life day of recording where that happened. Oh my gosh. Reject humanity, return to mud as a bar. Yep. It wasn't me who made that line though. It was the player, I think Godzilla. But it was a great fucking line. Did they just sacrifice a citizen? They did. They did. I might need to join this sun cult. Sacrifices are amazing. We sacrifice too. We just gotta do it more quietly because there was a lot. Because Swamp were overall the good guys, and me and my ragtag group of mud cultists were the bad guys. We're like Team Rocket levels of villain. We're like the side. I had the main word for it, minor antagonists. We're not the big bad guys. We're like kind of the bumps along the road. Pooh be getting that main character treatment. The difference in size of the nations compared to the Swamp is insane. Yeah, the thing with Swamp was that we had a mangrove. We had it was like 2 different biomes. It was like the main swamp, and then it was a mangrove swamp, like right next to it. Nobody stepped foot in the mangrove. Nobody took it. Like, no one ever tried to settle in that area. It was mostly just like a bunch of farms and just unexplored forest. So we only had like half the map with us. Most of us were only staying on half the map. Nah, you tweaking. I am pretty tweaking a bit. Yes, the colonization. Yep, colonization. Colonization real. Luna takes the plains crown. Exiles tired. What happens to tired? He stays in snow for a bit.
I just told them because she was their sign in command. All the players of the plane team decided to now follow.
Man in a suit from the Last Nations video. He got his eyes gouged out. 2 different people in this PCU.
Luna as their leader, and she was crowned queen of the Plains Island.
Boop, switch that.
Meanwhile, Tired was just informed of what Plains Island.
Wait, I do wanna. Yeah, look at this shit. All right, look at this shit. Okay. As you can see here, look, desert. You won't be able to see it because Blanky's covering it, but they had like a small oasis in the middle with like trees and stuff. Look at Waste gets all that. Sure, there's like a few areas that like lava where they can't explore, but Plains has their full island. They got Jungle has their full island. Desert has their Snow has their own land plus the ice around it to walk on, and Swamp only has like half of their island. We only got half. We got look at this. We got the short end of the stick when it comes to land mass.
Meanwhile, Tired was just informed of what just happened, but was unable to go back to the Plain Island where he was banished. In a couple minutes, everything was turned upside down for him. With nowhere to go, the Snow higher up decided to give him shelter in their town for the moment being.
You guys can stay here for a little bit if you wish to.
Yeah, we might. Gotcha.
Far away on the Waste Island, they were also planning to pay a visit to their neighbors, but not in the same peaceful way. This player called Dark Live has been trying to convince his leader for the past day to launch an attack on the jungle island.
I never got to speak to Dark Live, but I've seen through like Jervy streams and stuff that he was pretty he was a little bit annoying. I'll just say it up front. He was a little bit annoying. The guy was a little bit annoying in real life, but he is also more important later on in the story.
Island to steal trees and animals from them, which the Waste Island didn't have. After carefully planning this operation, they called it
actual plan map from the players. I didn't see that again.
Which the Waste Island didn't.
Get out of here, Dark Live.
After carefully.
Team better. Team beta. Oh wait, beta, alpha, beta. And they sent in the true secret. That's pretty cool.
Planning this operation, they called it Plan Eclipse and
Plan
gathered up their
Eclipse.
team for a speech.
today is the day. Operation Eclipse, alright? Except Dark, I don't care about whatever your stupid plan was, alright? We're
See, they're clowning on Dark already.
gonna burn as many trees down as we can see, okay?
Oh.
We had to start the server with no saplings. How would they feel? Well, they had everything served them on a silver platter, laughing at us. We're gonna take everything from them, okay?
Sora knew that doing that was a bad idea and that the violence would lead to nothing, but pressured by his team to launch this offensive, he decided to go on with Dark's plan. He would go to that island in jungle called Marky.
He didn't go along with Dark's plan. He's like, Dark, your plan was kind of stupid. Let's do my plan instead, where we just don't kill people. We just burn trees and sabotage. It was like an operation of like sabotaging. It wasn't. They weren't like. I don't think they were killing anybody. I wasn't there for Operation Eclipse. I was in Swamp. All right. Was most of the time spent in the event was in Swamp, because for lore, there's lore implications on that too. But you'll find that later.
Flyer Island, where he would meet with the jungle leader and discuss their relationship.
Did you say Markiplier Island? Hey look, Goat Boy. He was in Nations 5. He got sacrificed to the tribe for food. He was a passenger. But hey look, a different person that's also named Goat Boy in Nations. These are different people, I promise.
Between their teams.
Sword Poo.
This meeting though would be a distraction because on the other side of the island the waste soldiers would be led by Dark and would steal saplings and animals and burn down the jungle forest.
Should I put Operation Eclipse on the timeline? You know, it's a small little detail that could cause waste and jungle problems later on. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? I'll put it in. You fine? I'll put it in. You got me. I'll put it in. That sounds a little wrong, but yeah. Operation Eclipse. Yeah, waste, burn, jungle, jungle? Oh my god. Waste, burn, jungle stuff. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Waste, burn, jungle stuff. That's what happened. That's what happened. There you go. Operation Eclipse.
Once they had accomplished their mission, they retrieved as fast as possible to their island, and the same with Sora once he was done with the meeting. The jungle leader would soon be informed by his people of what just happened on their island, and would instantly declare Waste as their enemies, not allowing any of them to ever step on the jungle island anymore. Moving on from all the chaos, on this day all the...
You see this little structure? You see those little like broken blocks over there in the corner? I wonder what that could be. If you look, you see a similar building, and you remember earlier in the video, you see there was supposed to be my building there. I wonder what happened to it. Oh, this building is also important too, but later on. Look at this shit. I can't believe you actually got that in the video. I'm so surprised.
They worked very hard on their bases and majorly improved them.
Oh yeah, it sure looked like it for Swamp.
When the sun started setting, the leaders of all 6 islands decided to meet up in a secret location to have a talk. To make it short, they talked about the Waste attack on Jungle and Luna taking control of Plains. Waste and Jungles have been established as enemies, same for Snow and Plains, but Snow was
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's
backed up by some of the other leaders who also saw that Luna was sus.
Why did he say that? Why did he freaking say that? I freaking hate it.
Just before we go on with day 4...
Just before we go on day 4, listen to his public server, Santoria.com, where we go to Santoria, find the answers. I don't give a fuck! Alright, more comments. What do you got? Ah, yes. No Sigma? Ah, yes. Definitely different people. Yep, exactly.
With all the tensions that we saw between the islands yesterday, it was not ready to stop. In the desert, the Pharaoh had started to go a bit mad over power, giving orders to everyone, executing anyone who disobeyed his order or that he just didn't like. He also constantly kept guards around him, so I wanted to try them. As if I just like shank the Pharaoh.
Really doing stuff there, guys.
Well, the
Holy
damage is
shit.
coming in a second. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll die in a second.
But the most crazy thing is that one of the guards found 2 swamp players who were in the desert village without asking permission to be there.
Okay, there's more explained to that. So they weren't there without, but like there was permission to be there. First off, there was permission. They did have permission, cause before this happened, people from Swamp visited Desert and made like a non-aggression pact, and they gave Swamp permission to like take some sand and just hang out in Desert. So there was permission to hang around that area. But Blanky was kind of insane, so he did like, it was a bit of like it's kind of like betrayal. I know one of these players was part of like an exchange program that Desert did with Swamp, where they traded members. We got, I think, a player named Logical, while they got, I think, Slemic. And then Tagos I think it was Tagos. And then Slemic also got kidnapped by Desert and brought to the chains, or brought to the jails here. They kidnapped Swamp members, and yeah.
So Blanky ordered for them to be put inside cages and executed one of them publicly.
They did execute one of them.
Don't break the holy guy. Don't break the holy guy. No.
R.I.P. Slemic.
Which caught the attention of Nick, the swamp leader, who was not gonna let this slide and let the murder of one of his people be unpunished. Blanky him wasn't scared or worried about that, but his second in command, a player called
Justicution,
stopped to believe that Blanky was a good leader and fit to lead the desert team. But before he was able to do anything about it, Blanky was aware of him potentially wanting to rebel against him, so he organized his assassination.
And I'm the foundation of the desert. Without me, there is no sand. Without me, there is nothing.
You're insane.
I find myself quite clinically happy, to say the least. I think everyone in desert can agree I'm
What
perfectly
is
fine
this
in that
guy
way.
on? Holy crap.
Why he's saying no?
Yes,
He's
I'm
saying no.
Yeah.
So, Justicutioner, do you have any last words?
Yes. I knew this was going to happen.
Justicutioner was one step ahead and expected that to happen, and had prepared an escape tunnel for that exact situation.
Look at him go.
Don't let him get away!
Stay alive!
I'll do anything it takes. It doesn't matter. People will follow me. If they don't, they know they'll end up like you. A dramatic fate for a dramatic man.
Oh, Logical's right there.
By some kind of miracle, Justicutioner managed to escape the desert island and fled to Swamp.
Yup. He escaped. I actually wasn't here for this part of the event. I should have blew late. Operation Eclipse, Jungle Waste Burn Jungle Stuff, Lunatics Plains, Exiles Tired. Is that like a space thing? No. Let's add more to the timeline. So, what happens next is basically the Justicution, or 2 Swamp players die. Like, Desert Blanky kills 2 Swamp members. And, yeah. Blanky kills Swamp members. Kill Swamp members, and I'm gonna say, I really don't want to say Justicution. I'll say Just escapes. Just escapes to warn Nixie of what the hell's going on. Blanky is turning evil. The peace treaty, quote unquote peace treaty we had with him wasn't real, and he kind of backstabbed us, and now we gotta fight Desert. So we have Waste and Jungle fighting each other, Plains and Snow fighting each other, and Desert and Swamp fighting each other. Was it a win?
He got in contact with Nick, and both started planning an attack on Desert to save the Swamp hostage and take the crown off Blanky's head.
Mm-hmm.
At the Plain Island, things were not the best for Luna and her government. They were now aware that Snow were their enemies, and that they would try to do something to put back Tired on the throne. They tried reaching out to the Jungle team in hope to make an alliance with them, but they refused. Same for the other islands. On the Waste Island though, an alliance was getting created. Nick was here to
There's
visit
Jervy
Swamp
Ross!
and proposed
There's
to
Jervy
make
Ross
a
right there!
Waste Swamp alliance.
There's Jervy Ross right at the bottom. Look at him. Oh no, not that. But there's Isaac's Nixie, and then there's Jervy Ross right under the horse, under Nick's horse. But yeah, the Waste and Swamp alliance. Should I put that in? Is that really needed? Eh. Nah, I don't really need it. It's not really that important.
That Sor would accept. But this alliance wouldn't last long. As soon as Nick left the Waste Island, Sor was held at gunpoint by Dark and his goons. Dark was not satisfied with Sor's position.
Yeah, because that's what happens right
For
after.
him, Sor was too peaceful and did not do enough for the team. Plan Eclipse was Dark's idea and a total success for him. He was a better fit to lead Waste. He requested for Sor to give him the crown, or else he would kill him. Sor, with no other choice, gave up the crown to Dark, and he was now the new Waste leader.
Ah, no. Oh, who could have thought that would happen? So, let's put that in. And it's gonna be right here. It's gonna be, Dark overthrows Soray. Dark overthrows? Overthrows. Dark overthrows Sor. And we have Dark Alive as the main villain for Waste.
Sor, right after that, managed to sneak away and leave the Waste Island.
And he's now in Swamp too.
A little too long to get to Dark, okay?
I was talking with the snow leader, and you decide.
And while you were talking to the snow leader, I had 5 axes to my neck. What do you think I was messaging you help for nothing?
Back to the swamp.
Yep. Dark overthrows Sor, and then he hides in Swamp. Apparently he went to us. Why you would go to us? Because we were allied with him. But that's probably the best case scenario where Dark would look. So that really just put a bigger target on Swamp's back. You screwed us over, Sor. How could you? Oh, look at all these swamps. Getting rid of people you don't like is a plus. Oh my god. Exchange program. Why are they using the same backdrop for Swamp? I don't know, man. Because Ray is, he doesn't like Swamp for some reason. These desert people are absolutely insane. They are. Ew. Unk getting screet. Okay. A coup d'etat in the wasteland. Who would have guessed? Why is Swamp getting so many refugees? People really liked Swamp. Well, like, Ray didn't like it. Ray used as little footage of Swamp as he could because he hates us for some reason. But everyone in the event loved Swamp because we had all the funniest people. When it comes to, like, Snow having some PvP players, we also had pretty good PvP players, actually. We had Flame Frags, Nixie, and others, I think. I don't know. It's blurring on me. I gotta watch the video again. But we had mostly the funniest people in the server. In the whole, like, in the overall Discord server as members of Swamp. We were the funniest. I think we were the funniest. I didn't see the other guys, but we were pretty funny. We had fan favorites. I'd say our team had fan favorites. Let's continue and see what happens next.
The operation to take out Blanky was about to begin.
Yes.
Nick gathered all of the Swamp army.
Alright, listen, everybody. So, something criminal just happened, and we are just not gonna allow it, alright? Slemic, one of our builders, just got killed, alright? Now, I think we can all agree that this act is unjust, this act cannot be undone, and there needs to be consequences for the person capable of this.
They all gathered up and started marching towards the desert. Once they arrived, the plan was clear. Surround the build where the swamp hostage was in, save them, and take out Blanky and whoever was on his side.
You are going to pay for this, alright? Alright, I don't even want to hear a single word coming out of your damn mouth, alright? Why is one of my members in a damn jail? Don't you dare.
No! He killed him!
Sadly, the hostage was killed, but the desert was liberated from Blanky and saved by Swamp. Nick gave Blanky's crown to Gestacutioner, who he thought was a good fit to lead the desert. This would create a strong alliance between those two islands, and the hole in the back of the church caused by the explosion would be kept as a symbol of a new era.
Boom, baby! And that's the next event on the timeline right there. We got... Boom. Ugh, like freaking Google. Freaking Google pictures, I think it's called. I don't know, Google drawings? I don't know. Yes. We got the fight. Desert versus swamp. Swamp wins, obviously, because we're just cool like that. And Just is the new leader. Of Desert? Yeah, of Desert. Just is new leader of Desert. Something feels a little off, though. I feel like some of the events in the timeline are a little scattered. And I'll have to, like, check back with it and see, like in the other video, because my video was more accurate than Ray's, than the actual owner of the server's event. Day 5!
Day 5. It was a busy day in the Snow Village. Everyone was getting ready for battle. Lunari, the Snow Leader, had reached out to Luna and told her that if she doesn't give up the crown, the Snow Island would march to Plains and restore Tyrant by force. She also reached out to Waste and Desert, who agreed that Tyrant...
Swamp and Desert because, oh my god, he got us mixed up again. He hates Swamp. But yeah, look, it's gonna be Snow, Desert, and Swamp versus Plains.
It must be restored as the Plain leader, and accepted to help out in the offensive if it were to happen. Luna consulted with her council, and they decided that they won't back down. Snow, Waste, and
Never back down, never what? He did it again!
Desert prepared
Snow and Desert? Oh my
their
god.
armies, and they all met at the gates of the Plains capital.
No! These ads.
Plains capital.
People of Plains, you have been like...
It was only like 5. When it comes to like the Plains fight, it was only like 5 other people versus 20. 20 of us or so.
Luna MC is not your leader, and I will not accept this false leadership, nor do my allies in Desert or Swamp.
We will not submit to you, and we won't run. We are going to fight you. No matter if the odds are 100 on 5, we will fight you until the death.
The battle was a massacre. 3 people versus an army. Luna, her council, Soot, and PP Houghton were killed.
PP
Lunari,
Houghton?
Nick, and Gesticution
He just say PP Houghton for Photon?
went up to the stage and explained to the Plains people the situation and were about to crown back me Tyrant. But things were not about to happen as expected.
For people of Plains, thank you all for being decent and peaceful while this was happening. Obviously, I know, pretty much planning this with Snow and everyone else. Obviously, I couldn't since I was exiled.
Planning with us? You planned with us?
I tried.
No, we had to do all the work, Tyrant.
This was 3 different... There was actually 4 different leaders were in one spot.
You
That's pretty cool.
lost your nation, and now you're trying to take the credit for my work.
Look at the Faulty. He's just butt-ass naked around everyone else with diamond armor.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I take away a bad leader for their sake, and I put another one back?
I've done nothing wrong.
Everything you've said when you were over as a refugee was never for their betterment. It was always about what you wanted. You wanted to be the leader, not they needed you as a leader.
Was killed. Lunari explained how he did not help in organizing the attack to liberate his own island, and thus he wasn't fit to be their leader. Replacing a bad leader with another bad one would have made all of that for nothing.
Do you see one person who actually could turn this place around? Clown.
Hey guys.
Clown
She instead put in
Pierce.
charge one of her higher-ups, a player called Clown Pierce, at the head of Plains, and they officially became a colony of the Snow Island. Swamp and Desert were shocked. This was not part of the plan, but they were not in the position to do anything about it.
Yes! Ah, this is when shit gets real! Oh, this is when the real shit happens. And we, Swamp here, only are watching, we're only watching this shit. Oh no, what have I done? Move. Okay, cool. We're gonna put this in the timeline. Oh yeah, baby. The Plains. I'm gonna call this the Plains Revolution. As Clown takes the crown. That will be it. Clown takes the crown. Luna is dead. Plains leader is now Clown Pierce. That's... Yes. That's good. He's the new ruler of Plains. They're kind of like a like a puppet state for Snow. So Snow kind of just took over. Desert and Swamp are like, what the fuck just happened? What's happening? What's going on right now? What the hell? This isn't part of the plan. What the heck's going on? R.I.P. Sun Cult. Those guys don't deserve to be living. Go back to your son. What your son? What do you got? You have the sun. You know where's the sun? That's all the way over there in the sky, some light years away from you. What do I worship? The mud. You are standing on it right now. The mud gives you permission to stand on it. Always up, never down. Yeah, never back down, never what. Why putting the most psychotic and dangerous man as the leader? Your guess is as good as mine, but I think it's for like, I guess puppet state for Lunari, because Lunari's like, hey, I want to be big ruler of everything, ruler of everybody.
So they decided to leave it for later and went back to their islands. Talking of corrupted leaders, on the Waste Island, Dark Live randomly decided to try to kill Ilub, a player that used to be the second in command of Waste while Sor was the leader. I don't know how, but he managed to escape alive and take refuge in the Swamp Island where Sor was hiding. Also, Dark announced to his...
Why did he go there? Oh my god, these idiots! We don't want any more refugees! They all just keep coming to Swamp, man. I don't know why.
Team that he has been in contact with Spook.
Dude, if you looked back at the map, the island was cut like how Waste was next to jungle and desert. You could have gone to desert, but no, you had to walk right past desert and go to Swamp. Why?
The jungle leader, and that they want revenge for what Waste has done to their island, and he accepted to have a battle to settle it down. This shows how degraded the Waste team has become, down to killing anyone, poor management, and resort to violence to resolve any of their issues. Today, Waste would finally settle it down with Jungle. Both their leaders decided that violence was the only way. Dark Live and Poo and Lu would have a duel, and after that, the rest of the team would join in the battle.
I love you guys. If I die, please immediately...
They made a basketball court. That's a basketball court they're fighting on.
Imagine to battle and don't let me.
They're selling things on the court.
Guys, like, immediately get me. Alright, Poo? I'm sorry it has to come down to this, but good luck.
Dark won the duel.
Actually, no, there's more to it. I should probably wait till I have the timeline. But yeah, Pooh, Dark beat Pooh.
And as soon as the jungle leader was dead, the Waste members killed the rest of the jungle team. But out of nowhere! The Swamp Army to avenge his friend Sor.
Next scene!
They followed the Waste soldiers and killed them one by one, but Dark himself managed to escape. But at what cost? He now had no one else by his side. No teammates, no Waste team, no jungle team. This was not the only leader that Nick would have to face though.
So, yep, it was the final match that happened. It was Plains. So this would, Dark escaping would have impacts a little later on video, but, or later on in the video, but let's say right now it'd be Jungle, Swamp, and I guess like Outcasts versus Dark, or yeah, versus Dark, and it would be kind of, let's say, it was also like the end of Jungle and Waste, because in the end, like there's literally no other people left. Everyone else kind of died. There's like only like four members of Waste and 2 members of Jungle left, and that's just not a nation anymore. They're just I don't know. They're just like random people now. They just don't jungle and waste or gone. They're done. They don't exist anymore. But look at that, man. Look at that timeline just being built. That beautiful timeline.
Something had to be done about planes. They deserved better, and someone needs to do something for them to finally have a real leader from someone among them. Nick had a meeting with Gestacutioner. They talked about it and both had the same opinion, that Plane must be liberated. But after the last leader meeting they had with Lunari and Clown...
Yeah, look at the last player. Look at the last player. Look, you got villain, 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 and then you got 3 villains, 3 heroes.
It was very clear
Oh yeah,
they were not
I do need to mark that down in the villains and heroes chart, but
gonna give up
we'll do it
on
later.
Plains. So Swamp and Desert plus the rebels of the Plain Island were gonna go for the last result. They all met at the Swamp Island and geared up.
Yep.
Swamp has already won 2 battles.
Yeah,
If we can win those 2, we can win this one, alright? It is our biggest battle yet, but we will win.
Let's do this.
Amen. We get some claps for Nixie.
Whoa! I love my boy Nicholas.
Question, by the way, are we allowed to destroy the buildings of the snow people?
Yeah, go burn everything, take them down.
Go stupid. Go crazy. Go stupid. Go stupid. Go crazy. Go stupid.
They were all gonna march to the snow capital.
He brought the
and give them a
horse.
Choice. Liberate Plain or pay the price.
Yes. Yes.
No people, I mean no harm, at least not yet, okay?
not
People
yet,
okay, I have an army behind me, okay? What do you expect? I really hope that you guys are gonna change your mind. You guys are playing right into our hands. If you're willing to survive, and if you're willing to have peace, now's your last chance to go behind this army and be protected. I offered that we could, you know, talk things out, and I'm sad that it has to be this way, but you...
If you could look somewhere, there's somewhere in this map of people over here, you could see Dark Alive joined Snow in fighting the Swamp Nation. He's like somewhere around the wall here somewhere, but I don't remember where. He's in there somewhere. He's on the side of Snow and he's fighting against the Swamp.
Putting Clown on the throne of Plains, someone who isn't part of their own country? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
Doesn't have to make sense to you.
Doesn't have to make sense. Look at that. People blowing shit up, burning shit down. Everyone's fighting everybody. Flame Frags was also a member of Swamp, so Swamp, a reoccurring trend was Swamp members would kill most of the bad guys in this event. It was called the Swamp Sweep. Man, look at the Nixie POV just happening. Nixie getting all the spotlight right now. No, Flame Frags! Flame Frags killed Lunari! Alright, let's put that in the timeline too. That's the final moments of... It's the big fight. The big final fight. Final showdown, it was... Snow versus Swamp. Basically, Swamp / Desert. Snow versus Swamp Desert, and everyone just got wrecked. Well, Snow got absolutely destroyed. There were no members of Snow left. Everyone in Snow died.
The battle lasted the entire day, and there were a lot of losses from all sides. Lunari and Clown both died in the fight. Snow was left unguided.
Dark Live also died in the fight too, but that was like, it was like a side fight that was just kind of unimportant. He died off screen. Dark Life died off screen. Doesn't matter.
And Desert retrieved to the Plain Island to finally crown a real leader for them. The people of Plains decided that this player called Cam should be now their leader and was crowned King of Plains. It seems like the world was now at peace, ruled by good people.
I'm not going to add that in the timeline. You know what? I'm not going to do that. Not yet, at least. I'll put something there, but not right now. Maybe later.
But how long before one of them turns rogue and starts chasing more power? How long before the cycle repeats itself? Dark, driven by power, and Pooh, powered by revenge.
Pooh, powered by revenge!
Both led their people to their demise. Blanky, blinded by power, dug his own grave. And Lunari, using the power she had, made a choice for people who never asked her to do so. In this world, humans chase power, but who knows what they're capable of when power chases them. It was Ray. See you next time.
I really don't think power chased them. I think everyone was just chasing power. I want to see if my name is somewhere on the credits. It is somewhere in the credits. It is obviously, but it's gotta be. You gotta find it. You gotta look for it. I gotta find it. Where are you? I'm somewhere here. I know I am. I know I am. Come on, where are you? Where's me? No, we missed it. No. Oh well, I guess you'll have to find it on your own. Ah well. Ah well, darn. Yeah, but it was the snow versus swamp desert fight that would this final battle right here initiated the end of Nation 6. That is the ending of Nation 6. That's what's going to end the official event in the timeline. That final fight. And that's a question. You might be wondering, why is that the case? Well, that's going to be why my character, I'm going to say post Nations 6. That's the actual ending to the Nation 6 part of the timeline. When Snow fought Swamp Desert. So we have the basic layout for what kind of major events happened during the time. We don't know. I haven't told y'all what happened with Mushroom Pizza, but that's what we're going to find out soon. Let me look at the comments real quick before y'all get y'all ready with that. R.I.P. Pooh. Rip Pooh. Why so many refugees wanted to... Oh, yeah. With literal wanted poster going to Swamp. I don't know. They wanted Swamp to pick a fight with everybody. And, I mean, they got what they wanted in the end. What is this? What does mean to be a villain? They just fighting for their greater good? JK, I don't know what the hell you just said. That's the war. War arcs go crazy. Get off screen. Yep, Dark Live got off screen. Oh, I got such off screen death. So that was, that's pathetic. But this is the overall, yeah. Nation 6. I know I said a lot about Nations 5 having this chunk of lore here that happened, but Nation 6 has a lot more. If you look at this, first off, let me do the official transition to my video. The Warlock, Nation 6, the Warlock of the Swamp. This is by far my best video ever made, except for that one Destiny video that got viewer bots around it, and that got 800 views. I'm still claiming this to be the best one, because this one I put the most effort into, and this is also an hour and 50 minutes long. For context, how long was the FNAF movie? How long was the FNAF movie? It's an hour and 50 minutes. This video is just as long as the FNAF movie. That's how long it is. Let's do to the second, because I need to see if mine's longer. It isn't gonna say. But yeah, 1 hour and 50 minutes of the FNAF movie. 32%. Oh, these fucking critics. The FNAF movie was great. But yeah, that's an hour and 50 minutes. This is also an hour and 50 minutes. This is just as long as the FNAF movie. Oh my god, the Swamp of 87. But, without further ado, I think we should jump right on into this video, because this is what I think is my best work. The only complaint is that this may be a bit too long. That's why we're going to cut the stream in half a bit. We're only going to view a little bit of this video, and then another lore stream in the future will cover the rest of it. and what happens after Nation 6. We're only going to do a little bit of this. We might only do like 50 minutes of this video. What's poppin' pepperonis? Emperor Pizza here. August 11th, 2023. Popular YouTuber JJK releases Nation Season 5. I played the role of a buff pepperoni and pineapple pizza, and died being what I think would be considered lost at sea. For Ray, the video was alright, and didn't perform as well as the other Nation seasons, but for my video, it was my most viewed video of all time. Okay, let's make another one. For context, this video took like 2 months to edit in its entirety. And yeah, I was also competing with Ray finishing his video because I needed this video to release around the same time as Ray's video. So I had to be just as fast as Ray, if not faster, in making the video. But the problem is that, well, you can see how long the video is, and it had to be better quality than my last video. Sure, it won't be as quality as Ray's video. I knew that. It wasn't going to be as highly produced as Ray's video, but this had to be. But my goal was that it had to be better than the first Nations one I made. My first Nations had to be better than the Nations 5 video, and it proved it. It nearly doubled in view count. Doubled the view count last one, so granted, it was a success. Yes. Applying for your first season is fine. Let's but flash for the next forward one, however, a bit. Would be more challenging than last time, mostly because this isn't summer. Actually, I kind of like some of the jokes
Oh,
here.
reopened,
The leaves began to fall, and all the basic white women have migrated to Starbucks to perform their annual pumpkin spice rituals. So, a little bit of a side note here. FNAF. Why did FNAF have a jump scare for a human? They made a human jump scare in security breach. My classes were top priority. Then work, just add more. And surprisingly, it's a family. So little did I know. Yeah. So, fun fact, before the Mushroom Pizza character came into like existence, Mushroom Pizza was like a last minute idea because I didn't know what biome I was going to get placed into at the time until he said swamp. And my original idea was going to be, instead of like a mushroom pizza, it was going to be a sausage pizza. He was going to be like the sibling to Pineapple and try and get revenge on the people who like killed his brother, because he didn't know what happened. He didn't know what happened to Pineapple at sea, but he was kind of like an anti-hero in the sense. But the thing is that Ray gave the rule that you can't continue your story from the last Nations event, so I had to like create a new character off the spot, and that's where Mushroom Pizza came into place, and then I made Mushroom Pizza instead, and he took more of an antagonistic role. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. I wanted to help. I had a classic Nations event with 6 biomes and 6 civilizations to root for, them being plains, desert, snow, waste, jungle, and swamp. Oh, I think my sausage... I guess I'm swamp. Character from scratch last season, and I wanted to play a more of an antagonistic role this time around. I will say the following days of recording would be the busiest 2 weeks of my life. I want you all to understand that not only was I dealing with Nations, but also work, classes, exams, performance issues, IBS attacks, homework, public interviews, war berserk, performance issues, IBS attacks, homework, public interviews. That's actually me. That's me in an interview from my I'm part of a when it comes to my college, I'm part of their newscast program, and I got interviewed as the it was just like interviewing students from our campus, and that there's me getting interviewed for my YouTubing stuff. Reviews, a 3-hour drive to see family, Christian barbecues, and while you're at it, let's throw in some God of War berserkers in as the cherry on top of this FU Sunday. For context, Christian barbecues, I was during recording during the recording session, I was invited to a Christian barbecue, and I had a pretty fun time. It was kind of nice. Oh, and also I fought while I was editing the video, I also played a lot of God of War at the time, so I was fighting the berserkers. I am exhausted. But enough about me. Let's begin. Oh yeah, there's also an ad in here for a tuna sandwich because I don't know why. Actually, it's funny. It's funny. I promise. Is this you? Hey folks, my name is Pizza, here to offer you a revolutionizing product that keep you awake while gaming. Introducing a tuna sandwich. That's right. No, you know what? Fuck you. Watch the video and see it for yourself. Let's go to the Word of Ray. Let's go to here. Let's see it for yourself. Fuck you. And Ray explains the details for this event. Well, this stream's getting copyright struck. Shit.
For everyone that never played in Nations, I'm gonna go through the rules real quick.
Actually, look, there's Jerby right there. Hey, Jerby. This day was it's day 0 because we were supposed to join this day, but it lagged out and crashed the server, so we had to like delay for another day. This is the actual day. So how Ray did it this season was instead of days, we would have sessions that would last the same time, but we would have more sessions than Season 5 for more footage, and the real Session 1 of Nations unfortunately happened while I was at work. But I don't think too much happened, just some building and farming.
Go. In! No! In! What the fuck? What the hell?
So where is this in the timeline? Well, this would probably be around here, where the Sixth Atlas discovered and Swamp was last place settled. This is people were starting to settle into their nations. Swamp was kind of the last place because you see how much goofy goobers we were. Getting shit settled and happening. But we're right here in the timeline right now. The Sixth Atlas discovered, Swamp last place settled. We're here, but in a few seconds we're gonna start Nation 6. We're gonna actually show you the point when Nation 6 actually begins. Oh my god, look at the comments. Trying to say, in their perspective, they ain't villains. People fight for the greater good. Yes, that is... I do need to put on the heroes and villains chart. We're gonna add more heroes and villains to that chart, and there's gonna be a few... The thing is that they don't see themselves as villains. They see themselves as doing the right thing, because they think it's best for their people, but some of them are also selfish, like Blanky. The Munning of 87, 2 months. Yeah, it did take 2 months to edit. This was one main reason it took 2 months to edit was because I started using replay mod. This was the whole Nations 5 video. I didn't use replay mod for it, which I didn't know of. I didn't know about how to use until Nation 6, where I started using replay mod. And oh my gosh, I started making cutscenes for my videos. Oh baby. Oh, let's just say y'all are gonna get treated well the next PCU video I make. It's gonna be better. I hope it's better quality than Nation 6. That's gonna be the goal. And it might be shorter than Nation 6 because I'm not editing another 2-hour-long movie. Who said that was a human? Oop. I love cookouts with God. Yeah. I love crying to sleep over a boss battle. Oh. The Pig Escape of 07. Alright, I forgot. Alright, what the hell was I doing? Oh yeah, let's go over here real quick and just... Hang on, I'm losing my train of thought of what to do. Let's go here, let's watch this.
What the hell?
Earlier, let's begin the actual Nation 6 and the Mushroom Pizza's journey. I mentioned creating the Mushroom Pizza character. Let's see what he's doing on day 1.
From the depths of the unknown, your century-long slumber is over. Awaken, Emperor.
What? Where am I? Ooh. That's the mud god right there. He's just a block of mud. Yeah, I was the voice of the mud god. It's just me with the auto-tune. Don't worry about it.
Time has come to rise again. A dark path lies in front of all. A future covered in fire. You must find a new path. One in my name.
This is a lot to take in. I won't let you down.
Let them know the way. Good luck.
I gotta mute this part because that's also copyright, but it's literally just my character slowing down from flying and suddenly entering like a swirl of yeah, it's just him being transported into like back to real life. He's being resurrected. Don't worry, he's looping through. Look at him go, loopy doopy 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 doopy. He's back. He's hey, he's here. A little lag, but he's here. Let's add to the time. We can finally begin the pizza's journey. Damn, where do I start? Copy, paste, put him over here. This is when Nation 6, this is the real starting point of Nation 6 in the PCU universe. Mushroom gets resurrected. That's how you spell resurrected. Gets resurrected and sent to Swamp. Mud God resurrects Mushroom Pizza, tells him that, hey, there is a dark future coming for these people, the 6 Islands, and you need to prevent this from happening. You do it by any means necessary, but you can't let it happen, alright? You can't let this happen. And Mushroom is like, well, damn, shoot, okay, whatever, anything for you, Lord Mud. My holy mudness. And Mushroom ends up getting transported to the Swamp Nation. Why did he get sent to Swamp Nation? Not anywhere else. There's just probably I could probably think of like a canon way to make that. I can probably think of a canon reason for that. I'd say probably be more towards what happens in the very end, where Swamp ends up winning against Snow. They're probably, since like they're the winners, like Mushroom might be like, oh, or Mushroom might be more benefit to like changing the future if he was on the winning side, the winning team, like the potential winning team. That's probably good lore. That's probably a good lore reason for that, right? Yeah, we can make a lore reason for that. But Mushroom gets resurrected and sent to the Swamp biome. This Nation 6 officially has began. Session 2, and I finally get into the server. So what exciting adventures await for me now? I love this.
Oh, poop.
How we did it was that the swamp biome would be cut into teams to focus on certain objectives for survival. We had farming, building, and mining. There's a face at the end of the hall. It's a little dark to see, but there's a face there. Everyone was told to be part of a team, but I did none of that and went and did my own thing. So yeah, you had a farmers group, a miners group, and a builders group. Those were the three we had at the first few days. And I told people, I'm like, I guess I'm farming. I'll join farming or mining, I guess. But in reality, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck this noise. I'm doing my own thing. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yo, there's a frog here. There's a frog in the farm.
Frog!
Nice.
Yo.
Look.
Mind at ease.
Are we gonna do the same thing we did
If
with
you
the
relax,
pig?
it will enable me to do anything I please.
Here.
I could read your future. I can change around some too. I'll look deep into your heart. I'm a little too late on that shit. You do have a soul, don't you, Florence? Make your wildest dreams come true. If you hear in the background, that's the song I'm using for Princess and the Frog. It just goes well with the freaking biome and the mood. I don't think so. Frog! It seemed like frogs would be the way to get to everyone's hearts, so I chose to begin a religion that worships frogs. I built main goal: start a cult. What should I do? What should I make the cult based off of? Pick one. So I started with frog. It was originally supposed to be a frog cult, because people liked frog a lot, and we were worshipping that for a bit, and it eventually evolved into mud. It changed to mud. Built a small church next to the farm called the Church of Frog. There it is, that shitty looking church. But not without a few bumps along the way. Ah.
Oh
Ah. There were a lot of lag problems, which was like the
That it is.
The wizard is here!
Oh.
No! No! Which is
No, not.
chat message validation failure. That happened a lot.
Chat message validation failure.
No.
What does that even mean?
I don't even know.
All right, guys. So we got cake. Who wants cake?
Cake!
Oh, I want
Cake!
We have cake! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Jervy Ross brought cake over to like the little builders area, and you don't get to see it here, but you can see it in Jervy streams. Everyone was like running around with the cake and just loving it and getting annoyed, and people screaming cake.
Cake, calm down! Oh my god, I'm just placing it! Jesus
Cake,
Christ!
cake.
Gather around the cake!
Gather around the cake. Gather around the cake. That deep voice, that was me. That was me that did that. I'm like, I can just cake like that. I didn't know I could do that with my voice. I learned that earlier. It's instead of like, I usually like talk exhaling. Why don't you just talk inhaling? And it sounds like this. Yeah.
Okay, hey, Jarvis, I forgot your name. I forgot your...
Let me actually look at some chat for a bit. Let me see the chat. Praise the mud god. The mud god be preaching. My holy mudding, I shall do what you wish. Oh, nice, good set of goals. The mob was unfed for weeks. Another situation. The player Blue Flight and was having trouble saying Jervy's name, so it would like he'd say Jarvis, Jarmans, Jerry, Jeremiah, Jarvy. He said a lot of names wrong. He called like Slematic. He called Sammy Stickman, the player Sammy Stickman. He said Blue Flight called him Slommy Smicken. And then I think my name was Imperior Pizza.
Get on Stone
That was funny.
Jarvis from Marvel, for real?
Jarvis from Marvel, for real?
Okay, what's your name?
Let me, there's like something I gotta fix real quick. There we go.
Jervy.
Jarvy.
Yeah.
Jarvis.
Stone would be good.
Yeah, it's gotta be Jarvis.
Let me see.
I need to keep
Stone or Smooth Stone, right? Smooth Stone, right?
Yeah, don't remove the water because it's just to keep.
No, I didn't say
builders
Jarvis, I
alive.
said Jarvi, right?
Jarvi.
Jarvi.
Just from Smooth
Oh,
Stone.
I'm learning a
not
word
normal
right now.
stone?
Jarvi.
Jarvy.
Learning a word right now.
I went alone. I need to.
How people sometimes say my name like Jerry.
Jerry?
Oh my gosh, it's Jerry the ice cream man.
Oh my gosh,
Can I call you
I'm the
Jeffrey?
yogurt man. What do you want about?
my bad.
I need to
Can I
do
call
some
you?
logging.
Can I call you Jeffrey?
Can I call you Jeffrey? No.
Straight up.
Jeffrey, where are you?
Jeffrey,
where are you?
I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, I love this team. I couldn't ask for a better team, bro.
Wait, so
Jarv.
Look, I know the Floaty Federation was a good crew to be around. They were a fun time. Swap was pretty good as well, despite me getting pissed off with their system and being annoyed by how they manage and shit. I'm like, hey, they were cool. They were fine. They were a nice team to be around.
Hi, Jarv. Jarvis.
And Jeremy slowly losing his mind because Blue Flight doesn't know how to say his name. Jarvis.
Hey Jerry, you okay there? You okay there, buddy?
Johnny.
Johnny.
Jennifer, what are you doing, Jennifer?
Actually, if you want to know, fun fact, for the longest time, I actually really didn't like Jervy Ross because this was before I met him. I actually officially met him. Working on Nations 5, Ray said not to leak any hidden information or put any videos out. And here's Jervy Ross out here streaming the tribes people's footage. And I'm like, who is this guy? What is he doing? You can't spoil that's not right. You're spoiling stuff. Until, like, of course, a member of my Floaty Federation killed him, and I'm like, serves you right. And I stole his footage for my video, but but no, I wasn't a big fan of Jervy at the time until after the event. After the event happened, and we're starting to work on the big project for Jervy, and suddenly we're good friends now. We're really good friends now.
Jennifer. Jay.
Jennifer.
What up, Jeremiah?
Jeremiah.
Oh yeah, but wait.
Salutations, Geronimo.
Geronimo.
Jay, why not Scurvy, Ross?
Johnny.
It's just who's Slamatic? Who's
Slamatic.
Oh my god, sir. Sir.
Oh my
Schematic.
I feel so bad for Blue Flight. He's having trouble with names, man. He just names aren't his strong suit.
Schematic.
Guys, who is the schematic?
Hey guys, I think I'm
Let's
gonna go. I think I'm gonna go for like a dip in the,
Who is
like
this
the ocean. I'm gonna be a schematico.
Listen, I'm bad at pronouncing names, okay? I called Jarvis and I called...
You called Jarvis!
Literally.
Oh, I used to call you, Slami Snicken.
What? No. Stop, man, that's crazy. No problem.
There's actually no shot.
Not it, no, not
Wait,
it.
somebody get Geo shot in here because there
where's
is
this?
no shot.
Calamari, where's the smooth stone? Where's the smooth stone, That Calamari? is crazy.
Someone get
Oh
bald
my
shot
god,
in here.
honestly,
You wanna
this
know-
is the goofy call. This is the goofy
Dude,
ass call.
actually, you wanna know what I used to call
Bro, it's the
deodorant as a
best.
kid?
The what?
I called it D'Artagnan.
Oh, say your name again. Say your name again.
Who the?
Jervy. Jervy.
He did it! He finally said the name right!
Boy, you see that on one of my new...
We're making
Bro.
progress. We're making progress.
You're Vieira, oh my gosh.
I'm a good boy.
I'm a good boy.
Oh.
Here with my boy Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Alright, Jarvis, I need to talk to you. Oh.
One step forward, one step back.
Mr. Beast has.
Alright, Jarvis, I need you to. Oh my god. Yeah, this may have been a bit too long. I think I see why the video was way too long. But it's funny. It's funny. I liked it. I had a good time. I want to show the people how funny this experience was. So, a player named El Deathly was also impersonating the role of Mr. Beast. And this is his section of bits.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Mr. Beast?
Licorice,
Oh my god.
give me a number from 1 to
Licorice, grab
10.
the
If
mud.
you get it right, you will get full diamond armor.
Okay, here's my
Okay, Mr.
here's my
Beast, don't be
number
racist.
for you, Mr. Beast.
Yep.
Okay. My number to you is the number 1. Okay. there
It
you
was
go.
7, I'm sorry.
I feel. I'm so sad. I'm gonna tell my mom I lost the Mr. Beast
Emperor
challenge.
Pizza 333.
Oh, no,
you
Yo.
want full diamond armor or double it and give it to the next person?
Double it and give it to the next person. Double it. Double it. Double it. I am doubling it. I'm doubling it right now. Double it. Double it. Let's go! Woo!
He did not he underestimated how goofy we could be. You want full diamond armor or double it and give it to the next person? And I doubled it, baby!
What's going
I
on?
may have made a misinput. Okay, we're not doubling it again. Okay. Slemic, guess a number from 1 to number. Go again.
I do not have some calamari.
Gun
sorry.
never has the number prepared.
Yeah, I say it and I don't think of it. Okay, go one more time.
9.
Okay, it was not 9. I'm sorry.
Man, frick this.
Rigged.
Someone built a frog statue near the community center, and everyone decided to take a picture around it within the final minutes of the day. This is it. This will be the team that I will love and hate for the next 8 recording sessions. I did not expect it to be recording. I did not expect that to be 8 recording sessions long. I really 10. It was 10 recording sessions, and I did not expect us to be there for that long. I know I was only there for 9 of the sessions, but one session was 4 hours instead of 2, so it balances out. I still did 24 hours long of footage. 24 hours of footage. I was on that server for 24 hours straight. It's crazy, man. Oh, so we're gonna get another cutscene. That's my joke. Failing at names is my skit. R.I.P. Salmon. Oh yeah, that would be freaking fish fetisher you are. Is that the real Jimmy Beast? Yeah, it is. Definitely is. But let's look at this pizza cutscene. There's a reason why this bed is light blue. It's a light blue bed, which is it ain't like it ain't lore specific, but it's just funny. It's for a funny reason. In his dreams, he gets another call. There's a whole village in fire, in ruins. Destroyed, decimated, blown up. Big crater over there. The guy's still there.
A future covered in fire.
I loved that cut. I loved making that cutscene. Well, actually, no, I didn't like making it. The replay mod is very obnoxious to working with. But, yeah, that's a vision. So, Pizza gets a vision from the Mud God. A Mushroom. Mushroom gets a vision from the Mud God. It's just another, like, reminder that, hey, this is what you're trying to prevent. Like, something like this from happening, where the freaking village is just, like, destroyed, on fire, ruined. No one's alive. There's only like animals running around. And this character, Clown Pierce, is kind of like a major or an important character that is part of that future. Like this character is important. You need to be on the lookout for this guy. But Mushroom Pizza does not fully understand the meaning of the vision. So you're going to see how that applies later on. He mentions a future covered in fire. How I did this is that I didn't actually, like, I took Clown Pierce's skin, and I just, it was only me doing this scene. It was only me body acting the entire thing, because I just took Clown Pierce's skin, and I just borrowed it for a bit, and just make it look accurate to the cutscene and stuff, but I can put it in the timeline, yeah. This was before leaders are elected, so I do have to move a few things. That's gonna, oh dear. That's gonna be a lot. Alright. Don't worry, never fear. We just do the simple... Oh, wait, shit. I do gotta be careful about the timeline stuff. I can't move that because those are important. Shit, hang on. I got this, don't worry. I'm good at this, I swear. Just drag it to the side for a bit so we can have room to actually put the lore in. There we go. Some room for lore. Room for lore. So, Mushroom gets resurrected and sent into Swamp. He has dreams of visions. He gets visions of a potential dark future from happening, and he has to... It's more of like a warning. Like, hey, another reminder that this is what you're here for. This is what you're doing. You gotta be careful for that. Yeah, he has visions / dreams. / dreams of the dark future. Of the dark future that is going to happen. Like that is set, that's planned to happen. As visions of the dark future that is planned to happen. So he has to be on the lookout and ready for when this happens and make sure to prevent it from happening. That is his goal. He's got to save it.
Among the fields of frost over.
Clocked in till the workday is over. Times is yellow spring. Something, something, something. Patience is the night. That song, a lot of the inspiration for music in this video is Over the Garden Wall. It's from it's a Cartoon Network show. Over the little mini series that they put from Joel, I think Joel McHale, the guy's name is? No, that's not it. It's like Patrick something. Patrick McHale, that's what it is. He made a small cartoon, a Cartoon Network called Over the Garden Wall. and the music is like very autumn swamp, like autumnish themed, which fits the mood very well for this video, and I just really like Over the Garden Wall. I recommend watching it. But let's cut before we do any of the lore stuff.
After some confused fumbling, they get back to business.
Look at this documentary on frogs.
But there's a downside to his performance strategy.
This session would be the day half the teams would elect their own leader and receive the Crown of Extra Hearts. And also rule the place, I guess. Before elections, rumors of a bomb was placed under the stage, but to my knowledge, it only turned out to be a troll. A player.
That was just a goofy man being goofy. Bomb didn't actually happen. No, that's Nations 5. That's Nation 6. Don't worry about it. But yeah, documentary. Wait, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this was sessions 4 and 5, 3 and what session are we on? What is this? Birth of a Cult? Session 3. 3 and 4 will mostly be elections for the 3 different teams. So this is where we be doing shit
by
there.
the name of Human Toaster begins to have an appreciation for mud, and with that would begin the start of a new path I've been looking for. A path covered in mud.
So I just make.
So this day was when the 3 official members of the Cult of Mud would begin. This is when we begin the Cult of Mud. Because this is when I changed from frog to mud. And the 3 original members were me, the player Human Toaster, and a player named Godzilla. These would be the 3 main members of the Cult of Mud until we added 2 more later on. Sniper's Void and Just Bins would be the members. And most of this video is just us being goofy talking about mud.
My walls out of mud. That would be a little silly.
It all started because he wanted to build his walls using mud. And it just turned into a cult.
Not even mud bricks, just mud.
Yeah, exactly. Just mud, yeah.
It's just mud.
See, the purest form of mud is mud.
Just got that
Straight up.
mud.
Mud is mud. For real, for real.
My
That's
mud.
crazy, bro.
Presidential election quote: "Mud is mud."
Mud is mud.
Mud is mud. We all came.
What is mud?
And we all returned to the mud.
Another banger bar. We all came from the mud and we'll all return to the mud. I think, yeah, we've all came from the mud and we'll all return to it. Another banger bar. That will live in the hearts of many mud cultists.
We are mud.
We are
is
mud
you.
together.
Mud is us, mud is me, and mud is you.
I'm just saying, my loyalty.
Wait, mud is us, mud is me, mud is in me? Okay. Go
my
off, I guess.
loyalty, First and foremost is to the mud.
Yep.
On God.
Mud is love, mud is life.
Straight up.
For real.
I agree with all of these.
Yes.
We all came from the mud and we will all return to the mud.
Reject humanity. Return to mud.
Yes! Two of the biggest bars. Reject humanity, return to mud. We all came from the mud and we'll all return to it. Best
On people instead of fighting.
Yeah.
No, we don't grief with water or TNT. We grief with mud.
Mud.
I'm just
and
saying.
we claim that we've made an
Just
improvement,
mud.
and it's not actually griefing.
Mud, straight up.
Make a mud hut and then boom, it's our place now.
Put mud in your build? That's ours.
When borders go down, we should put one mud block in every single island. That's the goal. That's the plan.
And just claim.
Hey man, get out of my house.
That's what I'm
from the
for.
mud.
I'm the ambassador.
World
I make peace and
domination.
place Mud.
mud domination.
Mud domination.
I am literally mud.
I am literally mud, he
They
says.
used to call me the muddler.
So yeah, we had there was a little joke that had around Human Toaster was known as the Muddler, and I think Godzilla was like Mudzilla or something. But I was the warlock. I was the warlock of the swamp.
The mud.
I'm just cool like that.
Wait, what?
This is Blue Flight joins the Mud VC, and he starts hearing our crazy ramblings.
Mud.
We are mud
no,
and
wait.
mud is us.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
We all came from the mud and we'll all return to the mud.
What do you mean you came from the mud?
We are the mud is us, and we are mud.
Vince, I need iron. I need an iron ingot.
You don't need iron. You need
You're telling
mud.
me you're just a clay person, just made out of clay?
No,
Nah,
maybe.
biology's a bit more complicated than that.
We're all
but
made of
basically,
mud.
Yeah.
What do you mean we're
That's
all made
basically
of
how
mud?
biology works.
What do you mean biology? How the hell does mud create life?
What do you mean? Mud is
What do you mean?
wonderful.
Lightning,
Tons of bacteria
I think.
emerge
That's
from
the
mud.
main theory.
Lightning?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone mentioned lightning, like it strikes. I gotta figure that out. Hang on, I gotta actually Google that. Hang on, I gotta do this. Right. Wait, I got this. Did mud struck by lightning in FNAF movie? What the hell's going on with my search bar? Lightning happened in FNAF movie? What? Why is it asking if it happened in the FNAF movie? Did mud struck by lightning create life? While a lightning strike on mud itself does not directly create life, scientists believe that lightning strikes on early Earth's primitive atmosphere could have played a significant role in creating the necessary chemical building blocks for life. So lightning struck something, and life came from it. And it came from the mud. My headphones are really hurting me right now. I need better headphones, to be honest. It hurts my ears. But yeah, what do you think about that one, chat? Ooh, Froggy. Whoever is cooking with the preaches, give him raise. The war mud. Was this the reason you just spent the entire of the first half of the Minecraft Soul Link mining mud? Yes, that is exactly the reason for it. You're so right.
Yeah, like,
Lightning,
mud actually
yeah,
did
lightning.
start life. I'm not pulling your leg.
It may have.
Why am I getting nether quartz?
I don't know what the trouble is.
Nether quartz.
Bro, diorite when smelted gives nether quartz now. I was not alerted to this.
The mud blesses you.
Wait, then that means we can get. We can get.
Gift from the mud.
This is starting to sound like a cult, guys.
What? No.
I don't think so.
No. It can't. It's just mud. What do you mean? It can't possibly be a cult. What do you mean?
Yeah. Anyways, you can call me the Mud Father.
So, Human Toaster ended up building a shack called the Muddler's Mud Cave. That's happened. Muddler's Mud Cave.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Hello there, sir. I come bearing mud.
Come down here.
So yeah, in like the background, El Deathly Mr. Beast is having a chat with someone named Just Bins, and there's like a bit of a mix of in the conversation where in the end I ended up like guessing for Bins, and I don't know, it was an oopsie daisy. We could flash forward this a bit, but I failed the thing, so I didn't get this. I didn't get the gear. It was like a number between 1 and 2, and I said 1, but the answer was 2, so I failed that.
Yeah, it's trying. As said, oh,
I'm back.
Pizza, welcome back.
I brought
Welcome
mud.
back to the mud. Let's go.
Mud.
You also need
Free mud.
you need brick mud too.
Brick
No.
mud. No, we reject the brick mud.
We don't. It's flooring. It's not as pure though.
It's not as
It's not as
pure.
damp.
We don't reject it, but we don't accept it either.
Exactly.
The feeling's mutual. Mutual.
Exactly. It's mutual. Why did I laugh at that? That's funny.
And thus, the cult of mud was born.
Yes, we're putting that in the timeline, baby. Hell yeah! Come here, man. Come here. I'm referencing Breaking Bad real quick. Just don't mind me. Put it in the timeline. We are cranking this shit up. Put it in the timeline. The cult of mud is born, baby. The cult of mud. We did it. We're on the path of greatness. The Cult of Mud is gonna save everybody from this dark event.
A player named Sammy Stickman learned a new power I called Mud Magic.
Yes!
As a wizard myself, I wanted to learn such powers.
Okay. So you're
Look at this. This is cool. It's mud magic. I didn't know you could do this in Minecraft.
Muddler. Do you
But
want
look.
to see something magic?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, watch this. So this, a disgusting dirt block.
Uh-huh.
But then I do this.
Too dry. Oh!
It became mud!
Become mud.
Ah!
Oh, did
It's
you
magic!
know?
It's magic!
Magic.
Teach me the
Magic
spell,
spell.
please. Teach
I
me your
know.
spell.
Hey,
He turned the
He turned the dirt into mud.
He
Come
pulled a
into the light.
Jesus.
Wizard.
He did a
He's a
Jesus
wizard.
moment.
no. You're
How?
bad at this. You do not have the magic.
Dirt.
Yeah.
Oh, hippie hoppy boom.
Oh.
What kind of witchcraft is this?
Basically, you just put a water bottle, you right click a water bottle on a dirt block, and that becomes mud. We had no, had no idea that happened. But, yeah, mud magic. So, with learning this, actually, let me show you how I learned it.
Teach us your ways.
I'm a little bit scared about what you guys are doing over there.
Mud magic.
Mud
And then
magic.
Take a water
Oh
bottle.
no, everybody's joining. I swear
and
it's
we
not a cult.
shove it in here. And after shoving and putting it in, it is now turned into a new thing. It turns into mud.
Mud.
When he refused
Everyone in the chat that didn't know what was going on thought we were insane.
to elaborate on his methods, I taught myself that power through the powerful forces known as fishing.
Do you really not? Oh my goodness, Jervy.
No, I have Fulbright. What are you on about?
Jervy,
There's Jervy and Licorice in the background having lore talks. I'm over here gaining mud magic.
arrows with the,
Oh my gosh, oh my
there's
gosh, oh
some
my
arrows from the roof. Look, there's persistent.
Yeah, why is there mud
Behind
over
you,
there?
Toaster, behind you. Here.
Toaster.
What?
Ah! I am a wizard!
Now it is time for erections.
Ayo.
Oh, sorry. I meant elections, my bad. The erections come later.
What? No. Should I put that in the timeline? Yeah, I probably put that. Let's put erections in the time. No, we're putting Cult of Mud is born / mud magic. Put that in.
Would get their leaders today would be the plains, the waste, and the swamp.
Guys, maybe this should be.
The plains, the waste, and the swamp got their leaders. So plains, waste, swamp. Yep. So not Jervy. Nick? No. Ray did this right. Yep. That's how we got it.
My pet.
Kill him
Should
if
this be my nation's pet?
Nation's pet, yes.
Nah, I can't be sentimental. Die!
No.
Just kidding. I'll have the chicken. Okay, chickens are smaller. And they have eggs.
Yeah. I was just gonna like joke around swinging the sword around, but Jervy just went all in for it.
Jeremy! Oh my god! Jeremy! My
Wait, what
pet!
Sorry,
Why?
Look,
Why?
I just wanted some duck meat.
Look, I know I may tell the story from my perspective, but sometimes I may say something that's not true. But that
Yeah, getting information about the event was very difficult because it was more difficult here than Nations 5. I was a background character, so I wouldn't know the full scope of what's going on. But I also had my own story that I was working on, so I was also busy with that as well, and wanted to have like my character have not full part in the lore, but like have like just be on the sidelines. And you can wonder like, oh, what happened to him? Here he is. Here's what's going on. And that was the difficult part. That was the tough part. That was challenging for I think I got a Discord notification too. What is happening here? But yeah, that was the most difficult thing that was going on with forming the nation's events. It is just tough to learn about the thing. It was tough to learn about what the hell was going on because no one would tell you anything.
by the name of Me Tired, the waste elected Sosor, and us here at Swamp elected the player Nixie.
I got mud to eat, so I'm fine.
Hey,
So yeah, that would be these two little sections here. We could just move that a little forward. Come on, don't be shy. But yeah, that would be the two events here. So now we're over here in the timeline. We're like kind of around here in the timeline.
I got a new sheep pet, guys. It's
What's
What's
his name? What's his name?
Hey, look, Licorice got a new sheep pet.
It's my sheep is called Nicolas Cage.
Birdie.
Yes, keep the armor. Keep down.
Oh wow.
Oh, wait, I'm the monster hunter.
I'm not gonna lie to you. No, Nicholas. Why are you naked, Nicholas? Oh my goodness.
No, Nicholas! Why are you naked? So yeah, actually no, I'll explain it later. Because something like this happens a lot. The player that died, his name is Horde Execute. He died like the 3rd recording session of Nations 5, and this is the 3rd recording session of Nations 6, so mans really can't survive 3 days.
This man cannot survive 3 days on one nation.
The polling has come together, and the votes are in last place. We got 2 for the Leica race. We got 3 for the Even Rebellion. We got 6 for the Jarvis. And we got 9 for the soon-to-be fanboy Nicholas Ocean.
Aw, dang
Come up to the stage.
Soon-to-be femboy Nicholas Ocean. Oh, there's context behind it. We had a running joke behind the scenes that if Nixie won Nation 6, if he won Nation 6, he would become a femboy. He said if he won Nation 6, he'll become a femboy. And unfortunately for him, he won Swamp 1 Nation 6. So it was funny. It was just funny. It just got funny.
Hey.
Femboy Nixie.
I lost him.
Dang it.
Right to speak. Get up. Get up, Nick boy.
Oh, he got the crown! He got the crown!
Fancy helmet and put this on.
Oh, he got the crown!
There it
He
is.
got the crown!
Alright, well. With greater power, well, no. With great power comes great responsibility. Everyone, I would like to thank you for this. Let's make Swamp the greatest nation ever.
And that was session 3 done.
So look at that. We're just cruising through this right now. We'll be at minute 50 before you even know it. But yeah, Nick is elected president, and we're now here on the timeline. We're at this little point right. We're past here. So sooner or later, Luna's gonna take the place, and Exile tired. Let me look at the chat and see how y'all feeling about this. How is this a cult? It's just mud. Oh, you'll see. Well, we do some cultish stuff. I think it's more along the lines of like me doing cult stuff, because like I'm the one that's kind of the minor antagonist. If you drink the bottle of water that turns dirt to mud, do you become mud? I don't know. I'll have to test that theory out. But pizza is already like has some mud in him. So mushroom pizza has some mud in him already. So I really don't know if it will actually do much. These the lore questions that need answers. Does packed mud give a stronger connection to the mud god? Packed mud. Let me actually. That's a good question. Hang on. Minecraft packed mud. Packed mud. Ooh. I'd probably say no. I'd probably give it wouldn't give that much of a connection. Because it looks more brown than it is like the weird grayish purple that is this regular mud. It feels like it's like drying up a bit when making it. It looks like it's crafted from mud and wheat. Packed mud is a block crafted from mud and wheat. So no, you'd probably have less of a connection to the mud god because you added wheat to the table, which is like drying the mud up and solidifying it to a more solid substance. But with like mud god, you need like you need mud in its pure state. That makes any sense. You need the regular block of mud up here. You need like pure mud to connect to the mud god. That's copyright. Why is it called White Frog? The song playing in the background is called White Ball, which is from I think the band, not the band Tally Hall, but it's like one of the singers from that band Tally Hall. They made a song called White Ball, and we also found White Frog in the swamp. It just fits.
Session 4 was Elections Part 2 with Snow, Desert, and Jungle. A player named Jervy
Ross, because I wanted to be fancy with it.
Wanted to make a team of adventurers for when the borders drop, so they can make a good first impression. Yeah, I said that right. Okay, good. Me and a player named Soccer777 just wanted to hear what they were saying, and we got told to leave even though we weren't a bother at all.
What? Yeah, so Jervy Ross wanted... I got screwed over in this, because I didn't know who Jervy Ross was at the time, and I didn't know what his voice sounded like. But, he was forming an adventurers guild, and he didn't know who I was either, but I wanted to be part of it, because I wanted to, like, throw mud around the place, around the other nations. But I was a little too late on that part. Like, he didn't know who I was, so he's like, I'm not putting you on this team. But plus these other guys got to you first, so you're kind of just... That's kind of tough, mate. But also Soccer wanted to leave as well, because he wanted to, like, do PvP with people. He wanted to kill people. He was good at PvP. We ended up annoying... I was just going to just mute myself and just chill out in their chat anyways, but like just to see what they're saying and get some kind of information about what's going on with the story, because I didn't know anything. But Soccer left, and I kind of just got pissed in the end, so I'm like, I'm leaving as well.
What? Yeah.
Jerry?
Yep.
Goddamn! But it's alright. I'm not mad. Not mad at all. Moving back to the Builders chat, and a player named Licorice called my church ugly.
He did.
Okay, I gotta talk to another person over here about their house.
He did it like in a very he's like, I'm not saying it's ugly, but it looks fucking horrendous kind of tone.
Yum.
And I know, I have a feeling, I know they're already in the VC.
Me?
Hey Emperor.
What's up, Doc?
You know your house you got here near the farm?
It's the Church of Frog, yeah. You evicted me this time?
Yeah. Not evicting you. We need to make it look a little bit more presentable. This is not really presentable, my fam.
Okay. In other words, it looks like crap.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Okay. Okay, it's villain time.
What did bro, why did you vote?
He renamed his sheep Bluey, by the way. It's not Nicolas Cage, it's Bluey now.
Oh, I got you. I'll give you 4 diamonds. I'm Mr. Beast. Wait.
Or not El Death, bro.
Lost the will to English.
Do not take that seriously.
Anyone got a better fishing rod?
Probably like about 7,000 fish. I got.
We all.
Yeah, that. Another one of my favorite moments of this video. But yeah, so they kept pissing me off like that. I'm like, you know what? It's time to be villain. It's villain time, baby. So I'd find Licorice's sheep Bluey and just keep shearing him over and over and over and over again. And if you want to see the where is it? It's the bed from the other cutscene around here. You see that why the bed's light blue now, don't ya? That's all the wool from Bluey. Where did I share him? There it is. But yeah, that's a reference to Bluey being sheared so many times. Someone did end up killing the sheep. I don't remember who it was, but they assumed it was me, and I'm like, it ain't me. It ain't me. I just sheared the sheep. I have all the wool to prove it. But I sheared him I did, like, fuck around with Licorice so many times that was funny.
Leader and the player who claimed to... We also held an election for a military leader, and the player who claimed to be Mr. Beast, named El Deathly, wins the election.
The things I think personally to be a good, fit for...
So the election, we elected for a military leader, and that was between Flame Frags and El Deathly. And El Deathly is the person you saw before, obviously. But Flame Frags is the one talking right now. He is a really skilled PvPer, killed around like hundreds of players. He's good at what he does.
For the head of the military, is someone who can hold down fights, make smart decisions, have, you know, smart combat, you know, mindset, and etc. You guys are loud. I cannot think. Let me turn on my freaking game. Okay.
Could you guys stop drinking?
I'm so
Well-
drunk, baby.
I think it's pretty obvious on who won, honestly, but I mean, I'll definitely can come up to stage and congratulations.
Yeah, we chose Mr. Beast over the actual good PvP player. we're the winners, guys. We won the nations.
Alright, everyone, I'm gonna lead our team to greatness as a military leader, and I'll make sure to keep all of you alive, and we're gonna win all fights. Yeah, Mr. Beast.
Alright, everyone can head back to do what they need to do.
Mr. Beast, congrats!
The Cult of Mud had their first adventure with exploring a frog temple made by a player named Isaacsaur, and we got attacked by an Enderman.
So we had our first adventure. The rest of this day session was just the adventures of the Cult of Mud and what we would find exploring swamp. If we were not gonna be the explorers team, we might as well just explore it ourselves and say "F you, government."
Give me a boat. Damn it! Boats don't exist.
Who looked at it? Who looked at it? Who looked at it? Oh yeah, Ray banned boats on the server, so we couldn't just we couldn't just boat our way to places.
Oh,
Right.
that is
As a
a
whole.
safety hazard.
We should jump into the safety hazard.
I'm not sure.
He
I
fell.
call myself a ladder. I'm good.
Not gonna lie, I thought you were just gonna fall to your death.
Ah! Why is it teleporting to me? Oh, did I look at it? Put the shield on.
Snipers, no, guys, this is a stupid idea.
Whee!
Oh, stop jumping into the hole.
Oh, I hear an Enderman. Hold on.
This is an OSHA violation.
Let's get out of here. I don't trust this place.
You see that little thing in the corner? That's the Enderman's hand popping out the wall. Oh, I see him! I see the Enderman! I see the Enderman! He's in the wall! He's in the wall!
He's in the walls! He's in the wall!
Oh my god!
I didn't just fool him.
Oh, he didn't teleport. Yeah, I went straight to the water because I didn't want Enderman fucking me up. I heard it teleport.
He's outside,
No!
he's outside. He's outside.
Let me out of here.
He's out. Oh, there he is! There he is!
Don't leave me here.
Godzilla, Godzilla's after you!
Oh,
Yeah!
he was carrying a mushroom! I got a mushroom from him.
Let's go.
We also ventured deep into the mangrove forest and found white frogs, blue water, and a mysterious temple of cobblestone.
None of these would have any lore implications whatsoever. I actually don't know who. Actually, yeah. Well, let's just see. There it is.
That frog's white.
White frog.
Yeah, there's white frogs. We have those.
Mangrove Swamp actually has white frogs, so it's kind of surprising how most of this main swamp area we mostly saw orange ones near the regular swamp biome. So most of the frogs we see would be orange, but the ones in here were white.
That frog's white. What the heck? Whoa, that frog's white. White? That's not frog.
The allywag did this.
Which scallywag did this?
Wait, did I see an impact?
Temple of Cobblestone has no impact on the lore whatsoever. I don't know who made it, and I don't know why it's there, but there wasn't really anything good in there. It was just a random
Going in.
structure.
The heck is this? Oh, free shit.
Free shit.
Well, don't steal.
Nom
Someone's
nom
home.
Oh, I have found
What is
blue.
this?
Oh yeah, since being the swamp biome, we've only had weird gray water. We never had actual pure blue ocean water.
This
Oh
is
no, I
heresy.
can't get to the blue! No!
No!
We can't get to the blue.
Why is that water blue?
This is such.
I don't
why
get
is
it.
This
that- Why is the water blue?
It's not a weird gray. It's not a weird gray. I'm not used to this.
This is wrong. That's
Why
fucked
is
up.
it blue?
That's fucked up.
Ray put world borders in so we can't, or put border limits so we can't really reach the blue.
A player named Akio almost dies in a cave, so me and 2 players named Dext and the Math Boy in Blue Flight had to go save him.
Yeah, this I might fast forward this one. This one's kinda. It's not lore impacting full. It's just a little side thing that I probably would have almost. If I went back to edit this, probably would get rid of the scene because it really had nothing to do with it. Akio was calling me off about it afterwards, calling me out. He's like, "Why'd you put my moment of weakness in this?" I'm like, "Because it's funny."
I'm coming to the
Down there should be it.
This one.
It's already.
Come up, just everybody go up. Everybody go up.
I got poison.
Let's go up. Let's go. I'll have a bucket. We have to come up.
4 hearts. 4 hearts.
Okay, come on. Hold up. Just hold up. Get some milk. Get some milk.
Take this. Drink it.
Give it.
Drink it. Where? Oh, half a heart. Half a heart.
Drink it.
No, already. I'm healing.
Oh,
okay.
Wait, so use life?
Close call.
Our drum. That's what that noise
Half a
is.
heart.
The final elections have concluded, and the leaders are, drum roll please, Snow with Lunari, Desert with, I think, just Executioner.
It's Blanky. It was Blanky because this is this is how you know I wasn't good with getting information.
But I'm not 100% sure, and with Jungle, I'm not even gonna try. But now the pieces of this 6-sided
Neither am I.
chessboard are all in place.
We all know who the real leader was.
Main question is, who will be the one to call checkmate?
Let me look at comments. See what's here. Different alternative to actual mud. That's the thing. There are no alternatives to actual mud. Tally Hall. God, I haven't heard from them in years. Me neither, man. I wish they could come back. They were a good band. I'd choose the one with money over kills. That is true. Mud water is the purest form of mud. That is not the case either. It's mud. It's just mud itself. It's the purest form of mud, because mud is supposed to be the ideology of the mud idea, the mud religion, is that mud is the culmination of everything put together. It's the solid, liquid, and the gas all merged into a single substance, or I guess a mixture. It's based. It was the one. It's the substance that held the primordial soup. But I didn't. How do I explain this? But mud, it's supposed to be a culmination of everything equally put together into one. So you'll have land, water, and air mixed together into a perfect substance, which is mud. And that's what the building blocks of everything. And that was kind of the idea behind how worshipping mud works. So it can't be you can't have too much water, you can't have too much land, can't have too much air. It all needs to be mixed together into to make mud. It's hard to explain. Secrets and schemes.
Today was a very important day because this would be when the borders would drop and the lions would be released. Metaphorically, of course. Oh, to think of the potential for how much opportunity would be for the mud in every region of the world. And now we can leave and nope. Airbnb unfortunately wanted to keep the swamp on full lockdown.
I said this word full lockdown 3 times to ensure we were not allowed to leave, but at the same time I didn't look back at the script when writing it that much, so I just forgot.
They wanted to build a bridge to desert.
The main message is this place is on lockdown. We're not allowed to leave swamp. They did not allow us to leave swamp.
So I could steal some of their glass in exchange for mud. But when I was mining for cobblestone, a few swamp members thought it would be funny to capture Ray like a Pokemon. And it went horribly wrong.
Anyways, time
seems
for
like they're
mine
messy.
straight down, everyone.
Uh-oh. What is going on here?
I was mining for cobblestone. This is Sniper's Void point of view.
Everyone, follow me.
Hey, we captured a JJ.
We got him. Let's go. We got him.
We got him.
You got him? No, I gotta see this.
We got him.
We got him. Oh no, he's gone.
Oh,
Don't worry, they're not dead.
Nah, it's just a joke. They're not dead.
Yet. Blue Flight figured out what I was doing.
My plan was to build a bridge to desert because to make it easier to get to the nation and steal stand from them in exchange for mud. But Blue Flight saw this and we almost got into a heated argument.
And got mad at me, so I had to stop the bridge idea, but the mud idea was still in effect.
Come to my house now. And we'll be
Enlightenment?
enlightened.
Yeah,
Yes.
come to Godzilla's house.
So, yeah, so a new cult of mud structure has been made, and it's around the So we have the Church of Frog, which that's a mud thing now. It's the Church of Mud. Well, actually, no, it's still Church of Frog for now, but because something happens to it. Anyway, yeah, the Church of Frog, and then the Muddler's Mud Cave, and now we're gonna have a new structure that's gonna be around here.
Where's
Lighthouse.
Godzilla's house?
It's like
Not a cult, it's the truth. On the bottom right there in the chat.
it's the house that's like on the lake.
Yes, the one of the 5 houses on the lake.
It's the one with the mud cube on it.
Oh yeah, the mud cube.
Mud Cube! What is that? What is that? Does that look familiar to you? What is that? Is that God? Is that God? No, that's not the Mud God. That's not Mud God.
The mud cube.
The mud.
That's not the Mud God. That's the Mud Cube. They're totally. It's just a pile of mud made in the image of the Mud God. You know, it's just a structure. You know, in the likeness.
I see it. I see it.
The mud cube.
It's the Mud Cube. It's just there to represent what we worship.
I'm on
all
my
right?
way.
Come to the
It's made in its image.
mud cube.
Mud
Greetings.
cube, worship the mud.
Greetings.
Wait, does anybody know where to put the grave? Who wishes to become one with the mud first?
I would love to become mud with mud.
Everyone's trying to talk about lore in the background where you're just fucking around with mud.
Come behind. Wait, hold on, let me refrain.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
You guys need to stop talking over each other,
Arrive
please.
at the backstage.
I'm
And
gonna
to the
become
cube.
one with mud.
And
Nixie was probably getting pissed.
to the cube.
Go,
Oh, I
I
know.
am
That's the rest of the
mud.
season.
Now we
Whoa.
One with the mud.
have fun
One
being
with the
enlightened.
mud.
This happens a little bit more, and
Enlighten next.
That's it.
Cube, bro.
you could get.
Alright, who wants to be enlightened next?
So every time they put a player in the little mud cube, they just it was just bins was at the top of it. They were building up the putting more mud on the mud cube, building it upwards till it became the something called the mud spire. So it wasn't a mud cube, it became a spire. Just a bunch of mud stacked on top of each other.
Who is going to achieve
Snipers,
enlightenment next?
snipers, you are on the beat. Snipers, would you like to be enlightened? I'll
That
take
wasn't
that
a
as
no.
Yes. I'll
Go
take
in.
that as a yes.
Come to the
Get-
back.
get
Come to the back,
backstage.
snipers.
Backstage. Let's be open the cube.
Get in there,
You may
snipers.
enter.
Go. Be
Be
enlightened.
one.
Have fun in there.
Let the cube consume.
Now we wait.
Bins. That's a cube. Grow the cube. Grow the cube in.
Go to the cube bins. Go.
Bins.
Bins.
Igor.
Bins. Grow the cube. The cube is consuming. Grow the cube. What do you mean you run out?
He ran out. No, give him some more mud.
All in the mud spire.
The mud spire.
The mud spire.
Snipers, you can come out. Snipers.
No, no.
Snipers.
Never see stuff. Uh-oh.
Oh. Where'd snipers go? Where'd snipers go?
Snipers go.
Uh-oh.
He's gone. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. He's gone. He's gone.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What are
It's
you
okay,
up
guys.
to?
It's okay. It's okay.
I think Sniper just got eaten by mud.
He wasn't strong enough. He wasn't strong enough.
It wasn't strong enough. This is why Snipers isn't a major member of the cult. He wasn't strong enough to handle the Mud Spire.
More nutrients for the cube. You may not have been strong enough, but we'll remember him.
He'll always be remembered in our hearts.
sacrifice
Oh, hey, look!
was not in
Snipers!
vain.
Snipers, he's back! He's back! He's back!
Yes. Oh. Why is there a cow?
So this is where we began. This is where the real stuff happened. Okay, this is when we began doing human sacrifice. Actually, I should probably put it down in the lore. I should probably write that down the timeline. Where are we in the timeline again? We elected leaders. We got leaders. Yeah, we elected leaders. We might need more room. We might need to make some more room. As long as they don't. Oh, that's gonna be. That's gonna be pissed. That's gonna make me mad. You know what? I have an idea. Put it here. Put it here instead. Make it look nice at least. There we go. That's something, I guess. That's fine, I guess. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. New tab. Put it in the box here. Put it in the box here, and we got ourselves the Mud Spire made. We made the Mud Spire. That's the thing that we made.
Are you one with the mud?
Is he our first sacrifice?
Is this
Yeah,
cow the one
sacrifice
with the
him.
mud?
Sacrifice
the
him.
cow. Sacrifice the cow. Get him.
Sacrifice the cow. Sacrifice the cow. Sacrifice the cow.
Rid of this. Little cow.
Cow.
Come here. I can't whistle. Let me just oh, my
We
inventory's
got 'em.
complete.
Alright. That'll do.
Now to be a sacrifice for the all holy mud.
Right, now hold on. I'm about to take off my armor, right? No one judge. Okay?
Okay.
Everyone judge.
Nobody
Everyone judge immensely.
judge.
We're gonna judge. We're gonna judge.
Perfect.
No.
Oh my gosh, look at his skin. It's so skin-like. Oh.
Bloody judge.
Let's go. Let's go.
Godzilla, will you do the honors?
I will. In the name of the mud. Bonk.
Let's go.
We had like two other sacrifices. See, we had one right there. That's one sacrifice, and then we had another one here. Let's just fast forward. You'll have to see the thing to find out.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Hey, look, the Mud Spire is getting taller.
People from the other nations began to visit our island like a player named Hexif, who was trying to escape desert because they had a cult of their own.
Alright, well, Hexsphere, we're glad that you're here with us because
He said Hexsphere! He said Hexsphere!
all of us here, we treat each other with respect and kindness.
We chill.
We chill, we vibe,
Yeah.
we build, and we're very organized. We don't sacrifice people for religion.
Good.
When he says it, I'm like, wait a minute. I just killed a few cows for religion. Wait a minute.
We have a religion ourselves. We don't sacrifice.
That's definitely a plus.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
it wasn't really our choice, but we did kind of sacrifice people.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, right when that happened, I'm like, I'm booking it. I'm like, they'll never know.
Speaking of escape, that's what the entire cult tried to do without me.
There's a small section here where they tried to there was an escape attempt. They tried to leave the island and to like explore desert and stuff, but everyone was like everyone saw them, so they got caught very easily. But they're like, no, you can't do that. No, yeah, you can't. But yeah, you know what I mean. That's fun of it, cause like, I told everybody like, hey, I know these guys. I'm part of their group. Let me talk to them. Let me reason with them. And then I joined the cult's group chat, and I'm like, hey guys, let's get the fuck out of here. But we didn't leave yet, unfortunately. I'm like, what you're doing is great. Keep doing it. We need to keep putting the pressure on them. We need to show them that, hey, we want to leave and we're trying, so maybe that can inspire others to join our group and also leave. So what you're ever doing, keep at it. Keep putting the pressure on Nixie.
I know they just wanted to spread mud, or they got bored, but I can at least know about it first.
I would like to know about that kind of stuff first as well.
Hello, gang.
Yo, we're just sitting down. We're just taking a dip.
I mean, if you guys are, I'm not. I was. Okay, I persuaded them to let me join y'all's chat so I can talk y'all out of it, but I'm not gonna do that, because let's get the hell out of here.
I agree. Honestly.
These people are restricting our religion, and they are not allowing us to do what we want. So
I agree.
I say we go to desert where they do have religion. They have a lot of religion. They sacrifice a lot of stuff, and we can do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, I was I submitted a ticket to Ray to be like, hey, can I be like in desert now, because these guys are actually doing some cool stuff, and because Blanky was killing people at the time, and they had a quote unquote religion, the sun god or whatever the fuck that is. Fuck that, man. I don't need them. I need mud. I could just bring mud over the desert and just be like, hey. Dude, I gotta put the hand on the shoulder and be like, hey.
Convert to mud and all. I still had things to do with swamp. More of the land to convert to mud and all.
Yeah, Ray never answered the ticket. I just kind of canceled it also. So I'm like, never mind. I'll stick with swamp.
So you're telling me that we can't leave our island, but everyone else is able to just waltz in whenever they please. Yeah, that's probably the best guess as to when trust issues with our government began to emerge. Also, the Plains leader changed to Luna MC. Don't know if that was important. Don't really care.
That's when the thing happens. Luna takes control of the plains. Luna takes control of the plains biome. That's when the thing happens with the thing. Y'all know the thing, right? The thing.
Anyway, more visitors arrived, them being the desert representatives, and they brought a camel. They were probably looking for Hexif, but I just wanted to get their attention so I can tell them about mud. When that failed, so did the continuation of Session 5.
I hate to do this to y'all, but we're getting close to the 50-minute mark. Should I do one more day and then continue the rest later? Because this is when most of the stuff starts happening. Should I continue? You know what? I'll do this one. I'll do this next. I'll do one more day, and then we'll call it. We'll call the end. We'll call it an end for then. End of stream. Let me look at the chat real quick. A perfect mixture of life and mud. Mud god statute made of his essence. Yeah. Mud emporium. The mud requires major mud nutrients, like said sacrifice. Yeah, one more day. One more day, because I think it's after Session 6, it's from 7 onward, is when Swamp gets more involved with stuff happening, and I can have a better way to, start off. I'll have more social energy to just, go crazy over the remaining days of Session 6, or the second part of Nation 6, that's what it is. So, Burning Books, this would be a good cliffhanger, too. Hades Town, way down under the ground. This is definitely copyright. That was a little brief moment from there's a musical on Broadway called Hades Town, and I learned about it when I was early years of college, and that musical has a banger soundtrack. It is so freaking good. It's like folklore, but they're jamming out with it. But it's a mix of folklore and Greek mythology, because it's a story of Eurydice and the other guy. They're he goes down and meets Hades and Persephone, and he's like, hey, can I know my girlfriend kind of died a little bit, but can I bring her back? And I'm going to sing you the song because I'm so good at singing.
And Hades is like, that song was pretty good, my man. You can take her back, but on the one condition is that she will follow you, but you cannot look behind to see if she's there, unless, because if you do, you'll die too. And in the end, he does look behind her, or he does look behind to see if she's there, and they end up getting stuck in hell forever. But at least they're both walking together. They're still, they're like, oh, we're in hell, but we're still together, you know? That's kind of, it's bittersweet. Recommend it. It's pretty good. And Hades Town is like, let's make it like, let's get old school folk music involved in this stuff and start going jamming out. And there's Hades Town. Like, it's good. They started. It was really good. So, what we got here is an untrustworthy government that's locking us in when we want to spread the word mud and prevent a dystopian future of ruin. And what are we gonna do? Nothing.
Because we're not supposed to.
Today, Ray claimed to be a build day, which was a session that lasted 4 hours, dedicated to making your country look pretty and absolutely no lore.
That was Kali Uchis, the singer Kali Uchis. I think she's a great singer and looks very pretty. I like how congrats on the if there's any case, any situation whatsoever, in any weird world where Kali Uchis, I don't know last name, please forgive me, but watches this video. Hi, how's it going? Congrats on the kid with Dawn. Anyway, Session 6 was a build day, so it's technically considered a build day. It was not supposed to have any canon lore involved, but I had a plan in mind for what I wanted to do with my character, but when he said it was a build day, I'm like, shit. Well, let's do it anyway.
Not a single lore is supposed to happen. Nope. Nada. Zero. Zip. Zilch. I did so much lore, man. It was so much, man. I can't even joke about it.
I want to see the church. Oh my god. My
Yeah, so like the first early few hours was just me, Jervy, and Licorice just hanging out, and Jervy Ross's chat saying, "I want to see the church." This is how I got Jervy's attention. This is how he starts noticing Emperor Pizza and how funny he is and how cool he is, and I should be part of a project with him and be in Among Us games with him and stuff.
You want to see the church?
I want to see the church.
Come to the church.
Religious. I'm an atheist.
Doesn't matter. Everyone's welcome to the church.
Oh my god, the mud church. Help!
Every religion is welcome, even the wrong ones.
Even the wrong ones. Oh my god.
Close for deconstruction. Look, it looks very weird if you look from it. Look, come to the back. Come to the back.
There's only one right religion. That's the mud religion, baby.
Look, this is why we're gonna reconstruct it. Do you see what?
Yeah, I put a sign on the front door saying closed for deconstruction, because well.
It got a dump truck of an ass.
That's not the reason. That's not the reason. That's not the reason. That's not why.
Let me look at this.
That's not why.
Holy fuck!
What are you doing in my church?
No.
That's not why. I wasn't gonna deconstruct my church because it had a giant dump beef and ass. There's lore implications to it. I promise you. It wasn't because it was too thick.
Let's make it better.
Why
what are you doing to my church?
Hear me out.
You're destroying the.
Oh,
You're not saying anything. I'm trying to hear you out.
No. Hold on.
You see, there's like certain blocks of mud every here and there around the area. That's me converting the swamp to mud, because was also a long-term plan for when it was part of a long-term plan to convert swamp into mud and have everyone suffer for it. So that's more evilous acts.
Hold up.
Right now.
Dump truck of an ass. Look at it. Look at it.
What are you doing to my church? What the fuck?
Yeah, they gave my church a fucking dumpy. What the fuck is wrong with them?
Thick fucking church.
My
bro.
church.
I need more wood. Wait, let me grab the wood. What? He.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Jervy, I swear.
God damn, what the fuck?
Here's the ground.
Right, no PvP is on, no PvP.
Oh yeah, a man from jungle showed up and decided to take his dolphin for a walk. He was just running around with it, like just bouncing on the ground.
Fuck! Oh
PvP is off.
That's what I'm saying. He's taking his dolphin for a walk.
That's crazy. That's so crazy. Look, I just want to save everyone with mud, and if Nicholas Ocean doesn't want me to become everyone's savior...
I like this picture so much. This is such a funny... Hang on, let me see if I can... There it is. Look at this guy. Such a great picture. It's an accurate... It looks just like him.
Then no more Mr. Nice Cultist.
So, basically the mud, or not the mud, the church that they made into, like, giving him a dumpy of an ass, that's basically, it was the place the farmers usually met for operations. I let them just kind of, or they kind of just waltzed on in and started having meetings there. So, like, all right, farm team, let's do this and this. They have, like, farm meetings there. And it's like a common church that everyone's a fan of. And my message of worshiping mud wasn't coming across. So I was getting pissed. I was getting mad. My character, Mushroom is getting mad to a point where it's like, oh, you don't want to listen to me? You don't want to, even after, like, the church I give you and, like, the funny jokes and the mud that I give you, all right, then if you're not going to listen, then I'm not going to give you any more. I'm not going to let you have the church. And the only choice for them, like, the only way to not let them have the church was to, it's kind of a slow segment, but I wanted to get the full song into it. There's me. Look at me go. Slowly but surely. Listen more and never talk about it. I started not to doubt it. Just wrap my head around it. I remember. I can't sing the song at all. It's an everyday decision, but with my vision, how was I supposed to see the way? Haven't I given enough? Given enough? Haven't I given enough? Given enough? Haven't I given enough? Given enough? Yeah. I know you'll take me with you. We'll live in spaces been through. Yeah, basically I burned down my house. That's basically the case. That's what happened. I burnt down my own house. Completely legal, because I'm not griefing anyone's houses. Completely, I also didn't cause any other damage because I blocked it off from everybody. And, yeah, these fuckers... You can't just take my stuff because you're not gonna just get to take my stuff and not worship the cause, you know? So these guys were just taking my stuff and not giving, you know? It wasn't I give and they take. So I'm like, all right, you're not having this anymore. Burnt down my church. No more church. Nope. Burnt down my own church. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that happened. I put that in the timeline. Where was this in the timeline? Operation Eclipse. When was Operation Eclipse? Well, Blanky didn't do anything yet, so where do I put this event? It has to be somewhere along the lines of Operation Eclipse, because that also happened. And, oh no, the timeline, I need to expand the document a bit. Because it ain't long enough. I need to make it longer. Oh no, I can't zoom in anymore. But it needs more timeline. It needs more room for timeline. There you go. More timeline. Let's go. Well, we gotta. It's called Tough Love. That's what it is. The overall idea is that it's called Tough Love. Wait, shit. I hope I didn't just mess this up. No, I didn't. Thank goodness. Because this is the last event.
for this. Actually, Blanky Dark Overthrow Sore hides in swamp. Yeah, that happens here. And Blanky kills swamp members. Just escapes. That's that. Yeah, that happens. So this is going to be an event that happens right here. I might need to move it just a little bit more. I really screwed myself over with this timeline idea, but I get the structure of the timeline. But so Luna is the new ruler plane, so we got that. Operation Eclipse brings Waste and Jungle to war with each other. With next event is that Mushroom burns down his own church. Own church in an act of like kind of, it's almost like an act of tough love. Yeah, Mushroom Pizza burns down his own church because he doesn't want to, in a sense, he doesn't want to keep feeding people ideas, because what if that brings them to the dark future? What if that happens? What if it's like, oh, I give them this stuff and they just keep taking it and suddenly dark future happens? I can't do that. They're being too selfish with what I'm trying to do. They're not getting the message. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to start something else. I need to do something else. Mushroom burns down his own church. Yeah, let's continue. Yep, I burned down my church. But don't worry, I built a brand new one closer to the Mud Spire. Yep, so right across the other side of the lake, right behind this little theater that the swamp team built, I built this I built an even bigger, more indestructible church. And in that church, more indestructible church, and it's like much bigger and made of cobblestone. Everyone was like, Pizza, what are you doing with this? This looks bad. I'm like, I'm building it, so just be fucking patient, Licorice. I'm blaming Licorice because he was the only guy that complained about it. He doesn't understand, alright? He doesn't understand the power what mud can give me. But in that church, I created a segment to this video that is kind of pointless to make, but I made... If I ever make a short version of this video, I will cut out these new segments that I'm showing y'all, but it's the mud. I made a Bible. I created something called the Mud Bible, and that's what I had on my inventory the whole time. I began to craft the Mud Bible. First, so we begin with the first page. First there was nothing, then there was mud. From that mud would birth the first creatures. From the mini microbes would evolve to the first tadpole that would grow to become the first frog. So mud was it's based around the primordial soup idea, how that evolved, made it evolution, but created the first tadpole and eventually made the first frog. I think I made another one. Yeah, that's the next page. The first frog would have 5 thoughts. He would have 5 thoughts in his head. The first thought was to make food. From that thought, the lesson life that still lived in mud would rise to flies and gnats. From those flies would evolve to birds and bees. And yeah, it was just food for the frog. But dude, I don't know how to explain this, man. This is just the ramblings of a lunatic. But then again, there is a mud god, so there definitely is an idea, like a ideal or a mythos? Is that what you call it? A deity, or like some type of deity lore out there. But the Mud Bible is like the ramblings of a lunatic. So, and this could be true, but we don't know for sure. First frog would have 5 thoughts. First of this, the whole story. Would evolve to birds and bees. The end of the day would be with loss. As a member of our cult, Sniper's Void kills himself since he in-game. Make it to any other session. May he rest and return to the mud from whence he came. Alrighty. So yeah, Sniper's Void wasn't able to make it any other sessions. So that's 1 member of the occult down. 4 more to go. We have 4 more of us. We'll be fine for a bit. But yeah, he jumped. He was in Waste. It turns out he was actually in Waste when he committed slip and slide.
So I don't know how he was able to leave Swamp, but there you go. That is. All right, so that's gonna be it for now. That's gonna be the end. That's gonna be it for watching videos. We're gonna do a bit of a recap. Heroes. What do we have for the heroes of this group? Let's say the heroes of this will be Nick's. Well, that'll be Nick. We'll say the Swamp member. It's the good guy leaders. Those would be Nick. The main leaders of the Swamp Nation. So it'd be Nick, Jervy, and Licorice. Those were the main like protagonists for the Swamp Mine. Those were the Swamp government that were the leaders. And then we also have the leaders of the nations. So it'd be Tired, Sore, and Jesticutioner. Tired, Sore, we have Jesticution. Should I put Pooh in here? No, I'm not putting Pooh on here. Pooh is not important. Pooh is just there because I had to shit. But yeah, Tired, Sore, and Jesticution. Those are the geared guys of like the other nations. These are our protagonists, or not or just the heroes, the good guys. Villains, we have the Mushroom Pizza. We have the Cult of Mud. We need to edit this a bit because there's not enough room to add more villains onto here. Let's just put you a little bit higher for now because I do need to add some villains to the roster here. Can I please? Pretty please? Pretty please with sprinkles on top? Why can't I add any more? There you go. The Cult of Mud. We also have the villains of like the nations. So it would be the other nations. So it would be Blanky. It'd be Blanky from Desert. It'd be Luna from Plains. Lunari from Snow. Dark Live. Dark from Waste. And Clown Pierce. Clown Pierce from Snow. I'm gonna just give him his full. It's too big. I can't do it. So yeah, Blanky, Luna, Lunari, Dark, and Clown. Mushroom Pizza, Cult of Mud, and then the heroes would be Nick, Jervy, Licorice, Tired, Sore, and Jesticution. The gray area, unknown. I'm gonna put something interesting on here. There you go. How about that? The Mud God is the only gray area unknown that you have with heroes and villains. Because what really do you know of the Mud God, apart from he tasked Pizza to prevent a dark future from happening? What is the dark future? You don't know what the dark future is. All you know is that it's going to be covered in fire, and Clown Pierce has some kind of involvement in it. But we're not too sure what it is, and who's to say that? Well, in the end, did Mushroom accomplish his goal? You don't know that. I haven't. You can see, you can watch the video to find out if he did or not. But really, for right now, like, I'm gonna write that down on like when we do the third stream. But for right now, Mud God is in a gray area unknown, because you don't know his full intentions yet. I don't think anybody knows Mud God's full intentions of straying from this dark path, or not. I will probably flesh out more of the Mud God's motives in other PCU videos. What should I think I want to do something else. There's one more thing we gotta do a recap of what happened, what we covered, and then also gonna put like, yeah, let's copy and paste this. Let's drag it to the side over here. Yeah, make more room for the file. We're gonna do a plans for, or I guess, no, hang on, future PCU projects, question mark? Because I really don't know. We're gonna figure, I want to tell you what I want to do, and I'm gonna figure it out. I want to see, gotta hype y'all up a bit, but also like be wary that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
So recap. We're gonna recap. Century ago, a mushroom pizza, pledges his loyalty to the mud god and dies for it, which will put him in deep sleep for a century until Nation 6 rolls around. But before we get to that, after the events of Nations 5, Pineapple dies, a boat does come in to save the Floaty Federation, and they end up returning home from the boat trip. A few months later, the six islands were discovered and are able to people move in and take settlement in there, where Swamp being the last place settled. Then we move on to the events of Nation 6. Mushroom gets resurrected by the Mud God, asking him to prevent a dark future from happening to these people. But we don't know what really the dark future is. He doesn't know either, and he gets resurrected and sent to Swamp for the first time. He gets along with the natives, locals, and hangs out with them. One night he has dreams. He has dreams of this dark future were happening and notices an important role being Clown Pierce, having some sort of relevance, some sort of similar. He's part of this future in some way, shape, or form, but he doesn't know. Mushroom forms the Cult of Mud and learns how to use mud magic, converting the land. Slowly tries to convert the land into mud, and try and get more people to join his cult. Leaders are elected for the nations. We got Tired for Plains, Sore for Waste, Nick for Swamp, Pooh for Jungle, Literal Shit is the leader of Jungle, Lunari for Snow, Blanky for Desert. And with that, the formation of the Mud Spire is made in the name of the Mud God. It's to form more solidify the idea of the Cult of Muds, like what the hell they're doing. Luna takes the crown for Plains, exiles Tired to Snow. Operation Eclipse happens, where Waste goes over to Jungle and start burning, taking their resources and burning trees. Mushroom, no one's really listening. Like the ideas of religion isn't being put into these people's heads well enough, and Mushroom gets annoyed, so he burns down his own church to solidify, hey, I'm not here for a good time. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, you know? And that's where we cut off there with the original video, but continuing the timeline. Blanky kills Swamp members and Justicutioner escapes to warn Swamp what's going on. Dark Live overthrows Soar, and he hides in Swamp as well. Desert goes to Swamp with Justicutioner to beat Blanky, and Justicutioner is elected a new leader. Plains has a revolution, and with Swamp and Desert working together now, and they overthrow Luna MC, but Lunari's like, hey, Clown Pierce, you're the new leader of Plains. Everyone's kind of shocked by that. Jungle, Swamp, and the Outcasts of Waste fight Dark Live, and that's like the end of Jungle and Waste. It kind of just, there's not a lot of people there anymore, so they're no longer nations. Snow fights, in the end, Swamp and Desert work together again with the remaining Plains members to fight Snow, beat Clown and Lunari, and that's the end of Nation 6. Whew. That's what we got so far. We got a lot here. Now, before I go, there's going to be any last-minute comments and questions for us. Yeah, one more. Yo, Greek reference. Definitely Greek reference. Yeah, that really does suck for them. No more Mud Church. Spoilers, nuh-uh. But yeah, that's what we got so far. So in part 3, in the next lore stream that I do, part 3, I'm losing my voice, but part 3 of the lore stream, we're going to cover the remaining sessions where shit begins to go down. 1, 2, 3, yeah, the remaining final few sessions left. We're going to see what happens to Mushroom Pizza. And we're going to see I'm going to tell y'all what happens after Nation 6. The events that happen after Nation. It's only one thing, but it's kind of the fate of the islands after Snow and Swamp fight. It's what happens to the nations after Swamp, after the victory over Snow. Because at the very end, like, there's no more Snow members. Like, the whole team gets, like, genocided in that fight. There are no more Snow members left. Not even the ones who, like, were allies with us. We ended up
Swamp ended up. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I won't say much, but yeah, it's gonna be the rest of rest of Nation 6 and after. And it's gonna be because Nation 6 is a giant freaking giant event that happened. That's gonna be it for now, cause I'm tired and I gotta be I gotta call Jervy for something else too. But thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, stay tuned. Next stream is probably not gonna be that lore stream. I might do Binding of Isaac because it's been a while since I played that game, but I'll see you